Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Freak Zone Solo Session Edition with none other than Flo Harlow, played by
me, Mallory.
Welcome, everybody. It's been a hot second. We're trying to squeeze in a quick solo session before the holidays. So, Merry Christmas to those who celebrate, and Happy Holidays for those that don't.
And happy Halloween to those of you who haven't given up yet.
So true. It's only like 300 days away.
I'm already decorating.
So, year round. All right. So, Flo, last we left off, you had piloted your crew to a location on the continent of Antarctica, where you ran into the organized forces of a rebel group known as Inferno. There, you helped them treat some injured individuals that they had helped rescue from the fleeing refugees from malware. You healed a bunch of people. You saw all kinds of injuries, and you met a particularly friendly healer named Chelsea, who you quickly took a liking to, and she seemed to take a liking to you back. You spent some time with her, and she noticed that your key is being blocked by something. She offered to help, and after a quick pseudo therapy session, she says she told you to come with her because she knows someone who can help you. To which you agreed. You left a note for Guy and the rest of the crew, saying that you were splitting ways, not quite agreeing with the direction they're taking with hunting a dragon, and you go off with Chelsea, who leads you to the edge of the woods, on the edge of camp, and approaches a rather large-looking tree. This tree is about 10 feet in diameter. It looks old, several hundred years old, and there's a small opening in the roots. She kind of gestures in, and she says, "After you. This is a passageway known to few."
A passageway to where exactly?
It's to, have you heard of the Feywild?
Have I heard of the Feywild? Let's go.
All right, if you want, you can do either history or religion, depending on what exactly you're trying to recall here. Both will indicate whether you know of it or not.
Okay. In that case, I'll do religion, since that seems to be the running theme of
Cool.
where all my knowledge comes from. That is a 5.
That is indeed a 5. Okay, so on a 5,
yes, I know what the Feywild is.
roll me a deception.
Oh, sorry. Let me know what I know on a 5 first.
Yeah, on a 5, nah. You may have read.
Okay.
You've read the words Fey before, but the Feywild is not quite something that's in your vocabulary.
Yeah, and I don't think I know. I don't think I remember what Fey are.
So yeah, give me a deception check after saying that.
12.
Now, on a 12, Chelsea kind of looks at you and kind of smiles. The Feywild is a place that runs in parallel to Earth here. There are many passageways that have been carved out over the last few centuries, and this is one of them. It will help us travel to where we need to go safely.
Can I make a check to see if I remember the difference between parallel and perpendicular?
Give me Arcana.
Okay.
That's a math question.
I love that that's Arcana.
Oh,
I really.
You don't know what either one means.
Yeah, parallel. Yeah, Flo just kind of is pursing her lips and kind of raising an eyebrow and is like, So it's kind of like a secret tunnel.
Yes, yeah, quite like that.
Okay.
You seem nervous.
Why? What? You seem nervous. Do you need help?
She smiles and kind of giggles at the uh, at that sentiment, and she says, "I'm the one who opened this portal in the first place.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I
Uh,
will keep you safe if you're that worried." She holds out her hand.
I kind of like look a little incredulous for a moment, and then I'm like, um, I think you'll find I'm the one keeping you safe, princess. And I grab her like arm basically and just like pull her into the portal behind me. I just like storm in. But I do close my eyes as I walk through.
She lets you pull her. She's giving no resistance, and you enter through the portal. As you enter through this, the climate in Antarctica is temperate, right? It's kind of it's warm, right? And as you enter through this portal, you feel this weird. It's hard to describe. It's like a flurry, like a cacophony of colors, hitting your eyeballs, and this weird sensation as if you're moving through water and like freezing cold air, and then a blast of heat, all at the same time, all at different parts of your body, all happening within a split second, and it returns to normal, to the same climate feeling of being outside in Antarctica.
Yeah, Flo just kind of like stumbles and stutters a little bit and then like blinks her eyes open or whatever. And I think is taken aback by that enough by that physical experience that she does kind of like let go of Chelsea's hand and stop storming forward and just kind of like ooh like stumble like put her arms out to like bounce a little bit.
Chelsea reaches out to catch you and steady you. Are you
Oh,
okay?
yeah. Whoa.
Traveling between planes usually knocks people off their feet the first time. Look at you, you're still standing.
Um, what the fuck is this? This is insane.
It's only insane the first time, then you begin to understand.
Hmm. Can I have an insight check on Chelsea real quick?
Sure, what are you trying to figure out? What are you trying to figure out?
It's a 9. She feels like um sh-
Uh-huh.
she can sense Chelsea is kind, but she also feels a little condescended towards and is like trying to like get a vibe on like what her angle is
Mm-hmm.
basically.
On a 9, you don't know if there's an angle.
Yeah, I mean that is probably about par for the course. I think Flo is kind of in not like Flo's typical like romantic relationship dynamic. She's a little bit more in control. And is the one like catching people when they stumble and explaining shit to people. So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
she's kind of a little bit like I don't know. I
Oh
don't
no,
really know
she's
how to
not
like
used to
take this.
being a bottom. That's crazy.
I didn't want to say
That's
nothing.
crazy.
I'm gonna blow up my own spot, but
But yeah, you cannot tell if there's an angle or anything there.
yeah. So I think with that in mind, she's like a little like withdrawn. She just kind of like kind of dusts herself off um and looks around. What does she see?
Nope. You don't even need to roll perception here. So on the other side here, um, everything looks remarkably similar. Same type of plants are growing in this area. The soil seems to feel the same, if not even more fertile than it is on Earth. The air is slightly different. It is slightly heavier. As a matter of fact, as you're moving around, your feet seem to drag a little more. It's almost as if you're being pulled to the ground just at a very slight like greater force than you're used to. Um, and when you look up, when you had left, it was daytime, like mid afternoon. Here it is pitch black. Well, not pitch black. It is the middle of the night, and the sky is like this deep violet hue, and that is what you see.
Um, yeah, kind of. I take it all in. Um, and then I look to her and say, "Are we still on Earth?"
No, I said this is the Feywild. Runs parallel to Earth.
Whoa! I'm gonna make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure. 15.
Uh, okay. She turns green in the face and like bends over, but doesn't actually pick anything up.
Chelsea just kind of like she doesn't help you here because there's not exactly anything for her to do, but she just waits patiently for you to get over it.
Okay. Okay. So, and then we're gonna go back to Earth now, right?
Yes. The path that we need to travel is about a day's walk from here.
Oh my. Cool. Can we go? Maybe we should have brought Guy. I don't think that because now he's alone on Earth. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, a day's well, but here's the thing is I'm actually like um one time I went to this like village where they had an annual like race walking event where they would walk the entire length of the perimeter of the village, and they had a bunch of fucking people there, and they trained their whole lives to be good race walkers. And one day I just showed up and kicked all of their asses because I'm a really fast walker. So if you want, um, I maybe I could carry you, and then we would get there in half a day.
I would not advise moving quickly through here without discussing with the neighbors first.
The neighbors?
Yes, like I said, the Feywild is parallel to Earth, which means they are our neighbors.
Okay, I'm gonna level with you. What the fuck does parallel mean?
They're next to us. They're the next closest plane of existence.
Okay, so we're in our neighbor's house right now.
Yeah, if you want to think of it that way.
Okay, and do we have any like? Did we bake any cookies or anything like that for them?
I have gifts.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. Okay. I mean, I guess I should let you lead the way.
Maybe after we discuss with the neighbors, I'll let you carry me. She begins walking off.
Like she kind of like short circuits a little bit in her brain. Like she's like, what the fuck just happened? She's like,
Gay?
she's like, she's really trying to process it. She's like, what? And then she's like, I think I'm still the top in that situation, and it's just gonna follow.
I like
She's not, but she's been successfully deluded. Um,
I like to
yeah,
imagine
sorry,
the
go
dog that looks like I know what you are, except instead of saying I know what you are, it just says gay.
ahead.
That's what I'm imagining. But yeah, you begin to walk off with Chelsea. Chelsea is walking pretty confidently ahead of you. There is a very clear trail that she is following through the underbrush here. It seems that looking at the soil, there's been traces of like tire marks, other tracks, possibly even hers and Valiance's recently. Looks like there's a few pairs of footsteps going in the opposite direction that you're going. And around you, you do hear some like rustling noises in the underbrush as you're continuing to walk. There's no animal noises though. It's relatively quiet.
Yeah, Flo is just gonna like be I mean, now that they're kind of like walking in silence, I feel like she has a little bit more time to like kind of be like, okay, I'm not immediately gonna die. Like she's still very like on edge, but she's like slowly starting to like soak in like all of these details and is just like looking kind of wide eyed around at like the different things.
Mhm. Yeah, you notice that as you're continuing to walk, the plant life here is also very slightly different. The hue of the leaves is like a slightly different shade of green, more bluish. The wood of the trees is less brown and more red. The soil also appears to have a little bit more of a like yellow tinge to it than you're used to. Everything feels familiar, just slightly different here.
Yeah, she's like kind of curious, but I don't know. I feel like she has a lot of curiosities, but like doesn't really want to share anymore with Chelsea about them at this point. So she's just kind of like silently like walking and taking it in.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, you guys continue walking in silence. As time goes on, you've been walking for about an hour now. The rustling you hear in the underbrush has gradually gotten louder, as if there are more things moving in the underbrush. You are now getting the distinct feeling that you are being watched.
Hey, babe, getting the distinct feeling that we're being watched. But is that just me?
No, that's not just you. That's the neighbors.
Okay, so they're like observing us first.
Yeah, they're not familiar with you. Normally they would have come up to me in Valiance by now. I think they're trying to discern what kind of person you are.
Oh. Um I mean, I thought I have a pretty like welcoming aura.
Oh, welcoming has nothing to do with it.
Mm.
They're trying to
What
discern
are
whether you're fun or not fun.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. I was a little off my game, but I could be fun. I could be fun.
As
You
soon
want a
as
song? I wrote a song for you.
as soon as you say that, the rustling in the bushes stop.
Yeah. I say. I wrote a song for you. You want a song? But then I hear the rustling stuff. I like look around, like what? But yeah.
They're listening.
Well, damn. Okay. Well, okay. It's not done. I only just wrote part of it, but here we go. This is gonna be really stupid.
All for it. Stupid or not, what'll really matter is the roll afterward.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I just have to. This is my first time playing this, viewers, but it's okay. I don't have a high bar for my own abilities. Chelsea turning saints in to the sea. Fuck. Swimming through sick lullabies. Smoking on your alibi, but it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes.
You see that Chelsea has like
'Cause
blushed a
I'm
little bit.
Flo Harlow.
You see Chelsea is blushing a little bit.
How? How?
Also, give me a performance check.
Okay. Okay. Fun fact, I used to think the real lyrics was singing to a girl named Chelsea, but it's not, it's jealousy. That's the word.
Yeah, Chelsea's blushing but isn't saying anything. And then so from the bushes on an 8, you hear one like like undergrowth rustle, and then out from it comes this creature, a creature you've never seen before. It's a purple, like it's got the body of like a purple baboon, but then as you look up, it's where you're expecting to see a baboon's face, you're seeing its neck goes a little longer, it's a little thicker. As you continue to look up, it has a long snout. It has the eyes and ears that are pointed like a dog. And then you look a little closer, and even though the snout's the right length, the snout is sideways. And the creature walks up to you, sniffs you. Who are you?
Hmm?
You are not from here.
I sure am not.
Are you toy or food? Another one crawls out from the bushes and says, "Smells like food." A third one swings up on the branch above you and says, "But sounds like fun."
Well, I'm aware that I am a snack, but you know, I like to play.
Upon saying that you are a snack, the one that has come up to you and sniffed you kind of licks your leg a bit.
Whoa.
The longer you wait, there are more and more of these baboon dogs kind of crawling out from the underbrush and like climbing up onto the tree branches above you.
What do you guys want to play?
Give us a toy we've never played with before.
Um, okay, let me go through my inventory real quick. Flo starts like rummaging through her bag.
If it is something we've played with before, we'll play with you. I am hungry.
Okay. Can I get a couple chances? Because I don't know what you've played. Because I've played with a lot of stuff. Like I have a lot of options. So like, just because if I pull something out of this bag and you've played with it before, like you got to give me like another shot, right?
That's part of the fun.
Oh, the fun is like the gamble of like one thing. Okay, I assume that was a yes. Flo's gonna dig through her bag. Um, she's like sweating a little. She looks at Chelsea. She's like, "Hey, any hints?"
You see, Chelsea is dealing with her own pack of baboon dogs. She has reached into her bag and is pulling out a stethoscope. She hands one to the baboon dog, and one of them just like immediately like puts it in his mouth and like begins to like swallow it. And you see like the ear part of the stethoscope is like sticking out of his mouth and is like hooked around his nose, and he's like throwing it around in his mouth and he's like, "New toy," and then begins scampering off, and the other baboon dogs that have been surrounding Chelsea leave.
Okay. Yeah, I think she's going to pull out some like just like crocheting needles that are like still attached to like a project she was working on. Um and be like, "You ever seen this shit before?"
Okay, so for this, yeah, give me a persuasion with advantage. Depending on what you roll, they may or may not have seen this before.
Gotcha.
You chose a good one.
Oh, I forgot
Natural
advantage
20.
being on that 20.
You don't need it. Immediately you bring it out. One of the baboon dogs, like reaches out and swipes it from your hand, and like you see him like mess around with it with his hands. He pulls out the needles and hands them off to another baboon dog, and he sticks the yarn in his mouth and begins to like unravel it, and he gets tangled in it, begins rolling around. And then as he does that, a bunch of other baboon dogs kind of like jump up and down, get excited, and begin rolling him off into the bushes. You have succeeded.
Yeah, I look a little forlornly because I was knitting a scarf for Charlie, so
Well,
that's gone. But she's like, "Well, he'll appreciate the thought if I just tell him about it later."
uh,
And Flo
Chelsea looks to
tells
you
him.
and says, "I see your interaction with the neighbors went well."
Yeah, they did lick my leg, which is kind of assault, but I mean, we can move past it.
The morals and rules of the Feywild are different from Earth's.
Mm. Wait, Flo's actually gonna try and read into that statement.
Sure. What are you trying to read? Yeah. What are you trying to read?
Just if she can glean anything about sexual morality here, because Flo has been previously established to be towing the line on occasion.
So on a 14, you get the feeling that the rules of violence and other things are non-existent here.
She feels a desire for those rules right now. Um, yeah. But yeah, she like nods to go along with Chelsea. She's like, okay, cool. So we're good.
We should be. The baboon dogs should be entertained for a while, and then they'll protect us on our journey here.
They're actually called baboon dogs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they never told me their actual names. Kind of a Fey thing.
yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah. So yeah, Chelsea calls them baboon dogs. But you head on your way. So you've dealt with the neighbors. So it's a pretty clear shot from here. If you want to carry Chelsea, that is your call here. But it will make the following checks more difficult if you are carrying her. But the trade-off is that you do walk a little faster.
Yeah. Well, will I be able to maintain my speed, or is she over my carrying capacity? I have a 10 strength, so I'm not like the most jacked.
Give me an athletics and we'll figure it out.
Okay. Cool.
So you are attempting to pick her up.
This might be me like giving it a shot.
Damn.
That's 18.
Okay. On an 18, you go and sweep her off her feet, and she is surprisingly light.
Yeah. I think I take her up into my arms, and say, "Yep, just point the way, and you can just sit there and look pretty."
All right. Follow this trail. It will get a little rocky a few hours in, but I believe in you.
Don't worry, I am a master of footwork. I proceed to tell her the story about how one time I went to a village where they're really famous for being able to jump on rocks over like a difficult ravine, and I went in and beat everyone and bested everyone.
Are these
in
real
battles.
stories or are you making them up?
These are real stories.
Okay, I had to ask.
I mean, they're definitely embellished.
Okay, give me a performance check to see if you can keep her engaged the whole time.
Engaged enough to not see through the cracks. It's not a very good story.
Yeah, you see her begin to like look off into the distance as toward the end of your story. She's become less interested. A few hours in, you've been able to carry her very, very easily, and you've essentially doubled your travel time here. So a few hours in, you've hit this ravine that has cut this path, like cleaved this path in two. It goes like seemingly indefinitely to either side, but it looks as if a machine had carved this out. Like you can see like telltale signs of like a mining wheel just like carving it straight through here.
The fuck happened here?
This is from a few years back when more industries attempted to mine part of Antarctica and was stopped by a dragon. This is the battle scar of that event.
Wait, so were they trying to mine it here or on Earth?
On Earth.
And it left a mark here?
Yes. What
Whoa.
happens on Earth reflects in the Feywild. That's why so many paths have opened to Earth from the Feywild. Over the past few centuries, many of the neighbors have attempted to stop the deterioration of Earth because it was affecting their home. However, their attempts have been futile, much as the inhabitants of Earths have been. And she looks very solemn at that.
Yeah, Flo looks like taken aback. She's like looking up and down the ravine. And it's just like, wow. Phew. Man, I cannot believe Sophia Moore, like she's like inhuman. Like I can't even understand like there's like no conscience there. Like that's because like I have the whole passive thing to like when I think about Sophia Moore, like it do make me doubt. Like I do think like like maybe a little violence would be okay. It's just like I don't understand how you can be like a human being with like feelings and emotions and do this stuff shit crazy.
There are those that just wish to see the world burn.
Uh, that makes her remember Hookface Brook and she
That's
gulps.
yep.
Okay.
I was about to say you hear Hookface Brooks' laughter kind of in the distance.
Can you break me off a little, or do you need to pull up your like voice
I
changer for
do not have it up right now.
it? That's fair. Yeah, she still hears it. She's like, "Oh, yeah." Sorry. I wanna keep talking to her as I attempt to traverse this
Mm.
ravine. Does it seem like I should just leap across the length of it, or is that
So
like
the
fucking
width of this ravine is about
the width of
20
it?
feet. Um, so I will say because of that 18 athletics, you are considered unencumbered while holding her. So if you have that jump distance, go for it. Otherwise, there are some outcroppings that will require some fewer athletics checks. Or
Mm.
no, not fewer, more athletics checks, but lower DC. But they will take a little longer.
Okay, jumping calculator. Let's see. Because I know I can step of the wind is gonna help
Hmm.
me. So my strength
And if it's
score.
close enough, I'll let you do a athletics check.
Oh wow! With a running start, my long jump is exactly 20 feet horizontally.
Okay. Give me a very low DC athletics check, just in case.
Okay.
Is DC like
Ooh, this is
10?
scary. Can I do anything to shore up my luck? I can't inspire myself. I don't
Cannot
think.
inspire yourself.
Yeah, it's just this is a pretty fucking even though the DC's low is pretty risky. Um yeah, okay, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We ball. Okay, 11.
Woo! Yeah, you jump and like you land on the other side and you feel like the ground kind of like give out underneath a little bit as you land, and you take a few steps forward and just barely manage to avoid falling into this ravine.
But picture like as she's like stepping back and like to the jump, so she's like, so I was actually wondering to ask you, and then she like leaves. She's like, well, because like I don't actually know if you're like a pacifist as well. And then she like lands and she's like, but I was wondering, I was wondering what your whole thoughts were on like like whether everyone can be redeemed or not, and like people like Cookface Brooke or Sophia Moore. Whew. Um. Uh.
Give me a first of all performance check to see if she even noticed the hiccup there, and then roll me insight.
22.
Yeah, you successfully distract her. Give me an insight real quick.
12.
When you say the word or when you say the sentence like everyone can be redeemed, you kind of like see her like brow kind of like furrow a little bit. But quickly like she catches herself and she says, "Yes, I do believe that everyone can be redeemed. Many would disagree, but that is my stance."
Mm. Flo like continues to walk. She's like, "What about Sophia Moore?"
I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about her.
Or I mean, like she's the person who did that and like gestures back to the ravine. Flo's continuing to walk, by the way, as if, like
Mhm.
nonchalant as if nothing happened.
Again, I don't know any of the personal details, so I can't make that judgment.
um,
You
what
can
about
you can judge someone
Hookface
by
Brooke?
their acts, or you can judge them by their motivations.
Oh, you don't know her motivations,
Hmm.
then I guess.
Yes.
Mm. What about Hookface Brooke?
I don't know much about this hook face Brooke either.
Mm. Very fortunate.
Is this someone who wronged you?
Uh, yeah, you could say that. When she looks at the camera. Like Jim from The Office. Yeah, she's like, yeah, he killed my parents. It's a whole
Ah.
thing. And this one shopkeeper I knew.
He did a lot more than that. But
These are in Flo's mind the top crimes of Hookface Brooke: killing her parents
and
specifically, and then
killing dog.
killing this guy that she knew for one day.
I see. And so Chelsea kind of like looks down and she says, I don't know the personal details, but that does sound really bad.
Yeah, I mean he's doing like a whole genocide thing. Like he's doing a whole racist thing now. Like um, so it's like it's tough, and I want to stop him. I want him to stop, but like um, I feel like if I just killed him, then I would kind of be the same as him. You know what I mean?
She kind of smiles at that and she says, I think Valiance would disagree with you on that one.
I think Valiance would disagree with me on a lot of things. I'll be totally honest.
He was only hostile to you because he's protective of me.
Mm,
He sees my
yeah.
compassion as a weakness, as something that can be exploited. As a result, he kind
Ew.
of doesn't he's not a hover brother, but he keeps a close eye.
A hover brother. I've never. That sounds awful.
Not as bad as it sounds. He's gotten me out of many situations in the past.
Dang, my brother just lets me kind of do whatever. Like, if I'm having an emotional time or whatever, like he just lets me be. He doesn't try and get away, and I get around. So like he's never tried to get in the way of that.
And do you like that? The way your
That
brother
he never tries
acts?
to get in the way.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I mean it's like I wouldn't want him to get like involved with all that kind of stuff. It's nice that we kind of have we have our shared areas and then we have our areas of privacy.
You see, as you're saying that, she kind of like looks off in thought. I see. Valiance and I were never like that. I am older than
Mm.
him by almost twice his age, and he and I have disagreed on many occasions. But she kind of like smiles. I think it made us better for it.
Hmm. How old is he?
Uh, she she smiles at that question. He's
I was about to do a deception check to see if I could like slide that question in without her realizing I was asking her age, but it seems like she already did.
yeah. I mean, you can roll a deception.
I'll give it a fucking like vain attempt. I feel like you should get
Yeah,
disadvantage.
on
It's
a
only
12, she smiles like, it's quite rude to ask that.
he's just like a teenage boy. I feel like it's not.
He certainly acts like one.
For the record, I'm like I've had a lot of older partners, so
I'm glad to hear that.
yeah.
Uh, I'll say that as you're saying this, you hear rustling in the trees again.
Oh fuck! It's the fucking baboogs again.
The rustling in the trees gets louder. And then suddenly you hear like sounds of like howls and like baboon like shrieks. And you hear sounds of a tussle going on in the underbrush there. Suddenly you hear something like big hit the ground so hard that it like shakes the earth beneath your feet. And you just hear like a dozen baboon dogs just like mauling something.
Ooh. What do we do?
Keep going. Seems like something was meaning us harm, and the baboon dogs took care of it.
Wait, they protected us?
We gave them something.
Damn. Okay, cool.
The Fae's morals are
Um,
different from Earth's, but they are bound by their traditions.
that is a good ass tradition.
Yeah.
You give them one thing and they fucking. That sounds like horrific out there. Whew, okay, yeah, I guess we should probably keep going so we don't get got.
I will remind you, you do have boots of speed.
Oh yeah. Okay, I should click those on. Let me. How long do they?
I think it's 10 minutes, an hour. Let's see, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
And you can only use it once per 10 minutes. I mean, I may as well. I have like, if I need to go fast later, I have other like, I can start
Yeah, you get
brainstorming
one
on
per
stuff
long
later, so.
rest, and then it lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but like I have I can like burn into like key and stuff like that if I
Okay.
need to go fast later. So for now, I'll just do the boost speed.
Okay. Um. All right. Give me one last athletics check to see if you can continue holding Chelsea here for the remainder of the trip here.
15.
15 again. She is surprisingly light. Like you actually cannot tell how much she actually weighs. It's weird.
Hey, I know that it's also incredibly rude to ask a woman her weight, and you're not allowed to ask me, but it seems almost physically impossible that you're this light.
She kind of like shrugs and smirks. Is like, depends on the day.
Whoa. What? What?
Sometimes you have good days. Some days you have bad days. Some days you're lighter. Some days you're heavier.
Is it like a magic thing or
Yeah.
okay. I was a little worried that you're like had like bulimia or something, but I mean
She laughs at that. No, I eat good. I promise.
okay. I can cook if you need.
We have plenty of people who are able to cook back at home.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. If there's anything else you would like to talk about, I'd say that you've made it in the span of like 6 hours. Not a bad trek.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm trying to think of like a nice little like wrap up for like this stuff that they were getting into. Because it kind of got distracted. Yeah, they were talking about the relationships with their
Mm-hmm.
brothers and stuff like that. Yeah, she just kind of says like, you know, I yeah, I'm glad that I normally don't have a hover brother because like in all honesty, like anyone looking at like most relationships I get to would say that they're incredibly unhealthy. But you know, they help me. So I'm very glad that I can get away with a lot, but I feel like maybe you're someone that even a hover brother would uh you know, let slide.
She looks incredibly confused at that. I don't know what you mean by that, but thanks.
You don't she she like runs like like kind of like hand across her face. She's like, "You don't need to, babe." That was
Give
that
me
was
a
funny.
persuasion with disadvantage for that one.
13.
Okay, on a 13, she lets it slide. She kind of just closes her eyes and like smiles a little bit. Doesn't say anything.
Yeah, she can probably tell Flo's incredibly in her own head with these statements.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. After like 6 hours of carrying Chelsea here, you come across another like rather large tree. It's very similar to the one that you had entered, except here the the knot that you would enter is not at the roots. It's kind of like up the tree about like 3 or 4 feet, so off the ground, and it's a large like owl hole type of deal, like a very large knot, large enough for a human to fit through.
Uh, is this our way out?
Yes, this one should take us
Oh
home.
Jesus! She like sprints through.
All right. I think that's yeah. You're able to sprint through pretty quick. Again, very similarly, you feel this like rush of like sensory overload, and then you're suddenly like thrust back into the material plane, through a mirror image of this tree. Kind of tumble onto the ground, once again back on earth and soil. Everything smells familiar. You hear birds and bugs just kind of like chirping and tweeting around you. The air is warm. Yeah, it's yeah, very comfortable here.
So much fucking tension drops from my shoulders, like it's unbelievable. Like, yeah.
Uh, yeah, as you look up, you're kind of like in this clearing, and in the distance you see like these large mountains kind of like surrounding you on all sides. These mountains are extremely tall, black stone with snow-capped tops here.
Whoa. Whew. Well, that was fun. I like talking to you. I liked talking to you. I don't want to seem like I'm undermining that part, but
Hmm.
wow, love Earth.
Me too.
um,
The only home I've ever known.
she's gonna if I haven't put her down already, I'm gonna put her down definitely.
Hmm.
And be like, uh,
She kind of like dusts
okay.
off her dress a little bit.
Yeah, same. I just like patted my thighs in real life because I was dusting them off. I was fully in character.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, she's like, okay, so where are we now?
Follow me. She begins to walk through uh, the woods. It's just a little further.
Okay, Flo at this point smiles. I think like the initial like, she keeps going very back and forth on how to feel about Chelsea, but the kind of like trepidation and distance she was feeling earlier is like kind of melted away at this point. So she smiles
Hmm.
and follows.
Okay. Yeah, you follow, and just a few hundred yards, the woods you had entered kind of clear out, and like as you enter into the fading daylight, it is now like late, like not late evening, but like late afternoon. You kind of like shield your eyes a bit because the sun is just like directly in front of you. As your
Mm.
eyes focus, you are on a cliffside, uh, and you can see just all like you can see the expanse of this bowl-like valley that's surrounded on all sides by large, towering mountaintops. You are only like a couple of 100 feet up off the ground, but these mountains tower like I like tower like above the clouds. Like, you can't even see the very tippy tops of these. And down at the bottom of this valley is a very fertile, green, warm-looking area with a village kind of at the base of this valley. It is you can see like smoke coming from the chimney tops of some of these cottages here. And you can see like some farmland off in the distance as well. toward the like eastern end of the village, you see this large black tower that is surrounded by farmland. Uh, Toward the city center, you kind of see the buildings get like a little larger, more stone structures. This looks like a very old village.
Flew, flew,
Flew.
flew. Oh, our third triplet flew. I didn't introduce you. Um, uh, Flo, I think like grins with like excitement and is like looking with like wonder at this place. Um, and she can I make any kind of check to see if I've ever heard of a place like this before, like a history?
Or give me history with disadvantage.
I assume not. 7.
Nah. But at your like expression of like wonder and curiosity, Chelsea says, "Welcome to the Roost. This is my home."
This place is fucking so cool.
It's the last safe haven
Whoa.
on Earth.
I didn't even know they had safe havens on Earth.
Well, this is the last for a reason. She kind of offers your hand or offers her hand to you.
I say, just 1 second. I walk up to the edge of the cliff, and like I put my hands over my face and just go, yoo-hoo! Big summer blowouts! And then then I step back and take her hand.
All right. With that, she takes your hand and begins running to the cliff.
Okay.
Are you resisting or are you following her?
I'm like, no, I think Flo's like, especially now that she's on Earth, like her innate sense of like just going with things and like feeling the moment is kind of like coming back. So she easily embraces it.
Okay. Yeah. So she takes your hand, doesn't even ask if you trust her or anything. You just trust that you trust her. And she jumps off the cliff with you in hand. As you're falling, she kind of maneuvers herself to princess carry you. And just before you hit the ground, you feel your fall begin to slow. And then almost like she catches the wind somehow and begins to like fly toward the village here above the treetops.
Whoa. Yeah, Flo is like very taken aback. She's blushing. She's like, I've been had. She's like,
Give me insight.
short circuits again. Yeah.
Yeah, you get the idea that she could have done this at any time, but just chose to let you carry her because you offered.
Some feelings are being unlocked inside of Flo's fucking heart where she's like, what?
Yeah, as you're flying across the treetops here, you see like various species of birds begin to like fly out of the treetops as you pass by. Most of them you do not recognize, but they are varied in color. You also like fly by the farm fields. You see various farm hands tending to very lush and bountiful harvests here. They're all in like straw hats and like they're kind of like hoeing and tilling the land. You fly by this wizard tower. The energy that radiates off of this tower is immense. Like you can feel the air vibrating as you go past it, but it's very quick. Like it dissipates very fast as you pass by it. She touches down at the edge of the village here. Here, this part of the village is like very log cabiny. Very obvious that these were all built by hand. And the town is like relatively bustling. It is not as crowded as any of the places you've been to recently, but you can tell that it is very well lived in. All the paths are dirt. You can tell that a lot of the stonework and like carpentry is all hand done. These people seem to live very modestly, but yeah, everyone is kind of like walking around with like baskets of food or like socializing with each other. You see a few people on wooden rocking chairs on the porch of some of these cabins. As you land, you see a good number of people like greet Chelsea as she lands, and she greets them back. She puts you down and like kind of gestures for you to follow her.
Flo like Flo was seeing everything through two eyes, because through one eye she was like, wow, what an amazing society. This is so like, look at all these interesting people. Like, I would love to talk to like any of them. And on the other, at the exact same time, just like every new person that like saw them, she's just like, they're gonna think that I'm a bottom. They've got it all wrong. They don't understand.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you walk, you see like a variety of this the yeah, so the population here is incredibly diverse. Again, like I said, it's not as crowded as the places you've been to, but um yeah, there's just a variety of species here. You see dragonborn, you see elves, you see halflings, gnomes, even some orcs and hobgoblins all residing here. It's very surprising to you how not densely populated this place is, considering the amount of resources that are here. It strikes you as very odd.
Mm. Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I think she's gonna keep those thoughts to herself for now, but yeah, she keeps falling.
Okay. Chelsea is not quite like being attentive to you. She's kind of like busy, kind of like greeting people who come up to her. You see a few kids kind of like run up to her saying, "Oh, Chelsea! Oh, Chelsea!" You see one of the kids kind of holds up a toy to her. It's like, "We made this for you," and it's a little lizard made of like purple like crystalline rocks that have been like kind of like tied together in the shape of a lizard. And like, "It's for you." And she's like, "Oh, thank you. This looks amazing. Thank you so much. How long did this take?" And like 3 hours. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'll take good care of it. And she puts it in her bag and kind of like gives the kids head pats and they run off. Few steps later, some old ladies come up and give her a freshly baked basket of like bread and baked goods. And they're like, "For all your hard work." And she says, "Thank you so much." And, you know, like she's just like being very like cordial to everyone that comes up to her.
I lean in like, what did you do? Is it being a healer?
No, I've just been around. I've been around a long time.
Mm. Can I have to fucking incite it at this point, because I'm
Sure.
like, does she mean she's 35 or does she mean she's 400?
Yeah, give me insight.
Like, is she being cagey because we have an age gap, or is she being cagey because we have like a fucking okay, 24.
Considering how the elderly ladies talk to her with such respect, you get the idea that after she says, "Yeah, I've been around a long time," you get the idea she means a long time.
Flo definitely feels like a mix of emotions of like, there's the there's the thrill seeking like side of her that's like, whoa, a completely new experience, awesome. But then there's also a side of her that's just like, wants to be the one taking the lead and in control, and is like, I have absolutely fucking no control over this relation. Like, yeah, I'm like so out of my depth in one, like, I'm so out of my depth, but then like, am I fine being out of my depth? You know? So it's, yeah, that's where she's at.
Also, I'll give you this on a 24 insight. All these people who are incredibly kind and like welcoming to Chelsea here, as soon as they like see you, their like faces of excitement kind of like disappear. So there's like a mix of like fear, a mix of like concern. Some of them even like almost hostile glances in your direction. You're not entirely sure why, but that you do perceive this like uh unwelcoming like air towards you.
Oh, that's par for the course. That's like, I'm like, I kind of like nod, give him a little like finger wave. Like, that's to be expected.
Okay. Yeah, after a few minutes of walking through the town, the log cabins kind of give way to more older stone, like cobblestone structures. And Chelsea leads you to this large building at the center of town. It's got this like big like slanted roof. It's very much like it's like a big house, like a town hall almost. Um, it seems to have been constructed a long time ago. It's got some very obvious like renovations that have like extended the house outward. It appears to have been almost like a residential house, but that has been like built outward as years gone by. And Chelsea enters the big house. You follow?
Yeah, absolutely. I follow.
Okay. Yeah. As you enter, it opens up into like this large, almost like cafeteria, like common eatery area with like a whole bunch of tables. There's like a fireplace going in the corner, and there's just one woman at the center of the room, kind of like she's got this big like metal tub. She's got a whole pile of like clothes. It appears that like it's like various baskets of like clothes and laundry from different households from across town. The lady who's there, she's a like relatively tall, brown-haired elven woman in like long, flowy kimono-like clothes, and she is like kind of like going in and cleaning the clothes here.
I mean, I'll wave at her, but if she doesn't notice me, I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, she's kind of like focused on cleaning the clothes here. Chelsea and you approach her, and Chelsea kind of like sits down in front of her and kind of like says, "Good afternoon, Sudzi." And the elven woman looks up and kind of like nods very cordially to Chelsea here. Chelsea says, "Have you seen Tech? I'm looking for him. I would like to give him an update." And the elven woman kind of like shakes her head, and she raises her hands from the washing tub and kind of like does a few rapid signs that you do not recognize. But it seems that Chelsea understands, and she nods and says, "Thank you. I'll be sure to come back later then." What's Flo thinking here? I'm kind of giving you a cutscene. That's my apology. I apologize
No,
for
no, no,
that.
no, no. I'm like, it's very good in terms of like, I feel well, first of all, I was able to refill my tea, but also it's very good in terms of like Flo is just very in the like, you know, when you're a kid and you get brought to your friend's house type of like vibe, like where she's just kind of like observing and like it's like normally like if she had entered a new place by now she would have like already like found the drinking hole and like
Mm-hmm.
you know been like making bets with people and stuff, but like yeah, she's just kind of like off balance a little. She's being very observant and like trying to like understand what Chelsea is to this whole place.
Mm.
But yeah, yeah.
Sudsy kind of like looks to you and kind of looks kind of surprised. Turns back to Chelsea and does some quick signs with her hands. And Chelsea says, "Oh, this is Flo. She'll be staying us for a while. I brought her here to see Big." And then Sudsy kind of like she like nods, and then does a few more signs. And Chelsea says, "There's no need to worry. I think Big will be able to help her out quite a lot." Sudsy then turns to you and kind of holds out her hand for a handshake, and she does a few
Does it still have
signs.
soap suds on it?
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, I grasp it immediately and give like a very like good handshake.
Mm.
And I'm like, it's wonderful to meet you.
She does a few rapid
Love your name.
signs. She does a few rapid signs towards you that you do not understand. And Chelsea says, "She likes your name too, Flo."
Yes.
Uh,
I give her my favorite sign, which is a thumbs up.
she gives you a thumbs up back.
Okay.
When you release the handshake, your hand is now covered in soap, seemingly more than what you had expected from like her hand being out of the tub for a good minute.
Well, because like I'm water, so it froths it up again, right? Like it's like I feel like every time I come in contact with soap, it just like gets mixed into my whole body. And it takes forever to like get it out. Like it's harder to get soap off of me than it would be to get like dirt off of me. I don't know if that's and maybe it's magic soap. Maybe I'm not realizing that part, but yeah.
Yeah, Sudsy kind of like looks at your hand and kind of like gives you a hand sign, and you can tell it says sorry.
I give her 2 thumbs up.
She smiles and like nods at you. Um, what's your passive perception?
It is, I believe, it is a 15.
Okay. She is within 5 feet, so you would notice this. So at a 15 passive perception, you notice that there is a large scar like across her neck,
Ooh.
and she's not.
I mean, I
her
think
her clothes aren't exactly
yeah.
like covering it up.
Uh, uh, Flo's eyes will definitely dart to it, but she will not like make any fucking comments on it or anything like that.
Okay.
Can I tell like what is there any insight to like I could like try and guess like what the origin of the scar might be? Like, is it like a burn or is it like a
Give me
slashed with
a
something?
medicine. Medicine.
Oh
That's
yeah,
one we don't use enough.
because I've seen a lot. And congratulations to me, by the way.
Nice,
And I
level
got a
6.
13.
Okay. On a 13 medicine, you're able to tell that this scar is old, like a good few years old, so it is completely healed over. But judging by like the way that it healed and the location of it and the width of the scar, you can tell it was from a blade.
Flo registers that and feels sympathetic for the poor Sudsy who she's taken a liking to. But yeah, she didn't say anything about it or comment on it. She just continued to give like thumbs up and smiling.
Chelsea will start to get up and she'll say, "Can you let me know when Tech Tech gets back?" And Chelsea not Chelsea. Sudsy will nod and like do a few more hand signs, and Chelsea will say, "Thank you. We'll be back later. We'll be back in time for dinner, actually." Um, and she begins to leave and she says, uh, "Actually, yeah." Sudsy will like give you a few more signs that you cannot tell what she's saying, but it seems to be friendly.
Um, I give her um a peace sign. Um, and then I do like the wave with my hands. Like I put my hands together and do a wave with my arms. And then I blow several kisses out into the air around her.
Sudsy will mimic the wave sign and then catch the kisses and put it close to her chest.
Amazing. I give her I give her thumbs up again and I follow Chelsea.
All right. Um, yeah, Chelsea. Upon leaving the big house, Chelsea will say, "Yeah, that's my niece, Sudsy. She's a sweet girl."
What an angel. What happened if you don't mind me asking with the
Hmm?
you know, the blade cut? There was like a
Oh,
scar?
you noticed that?
Yeah, I kind of caught it.
Uh, like she kind of like looks down, very like she looks like she feels like remorseful about this, and she says, "Yeah, that was from a few years back. Uh, I brought in some people that I thought needed help, and they were fine for a while. They helped out the town. Uh, they were kind, but once they realized what we had here, all of our resources, they thought they could take it by force."
God damn, that's fucked up.
That's partially why Valiant is the way he is. He doesn't trust people, and for good reason. I shouldn't have trusted them, but they were in need. They were starving. Well, what were we supposed to do? Just leave them? But They harmed many people in the village, Sudsy included. Sudsy lost her ability to speak. We lost a dozen others in the attack. But I still believe that people in need of help should receive it.
Flo's pretty quiet, and if it seems like Chelsea would appreciate it, then she's gonna just kind of put a hand on her shoulder to like rub a little bit, but just like is just kind of like listening and nodding.
She seems comforted by that. She says, Valiance believes that anyone that has the potential to harm our village here should be taken care of. But I've been able to rein him in quite a bit, but with the rising tensions of various groups across the planet, I don't know how much longer my sentiment will be able to hold up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That
Uh,
that was a lot to
no, it's like I totally get it. I mean, I feel like I'm in a pretty similar situation, so I can kind of understand. Maybe there's less at stake, but mm, yeah, that's really rough.
She kind of like chuckles at your statement. That's really rough. She says, "Yeah, yeah, it is. We're doing our best. We've over the last couple years, we've had some nice additions." She gestures to the scary-looking wizard tower. Me, Rao, and B have kind of tightened the security here. So anyone attempting to do harm will have to answer to them.
Sorry, I'm swallowing a pizza crust. Um, yeah, she looks off of the tower when she says like nice new additions and points to the evil wizard tower. Flo just like squints at the tower and then
You
like looks
feel
back.
something in the tower squint back at you. That's real. That's not a joke.
She honestly, she's like trying to be a supportive listener, so she goes back to the conversation, but she like if as long as Chelsea isn't looking, she gives like kind of like I got my eyes on you. She probably just mouths it. Um
You hear something in your ear saying, "I've got my eye on you too."
yeah, Flo's like getting ready to throw down. That's
Yeah,
really funny.
you look at in the direction of wherever whispered in your ear here, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, she's like she looks back at the tower and gives like a like chin up thing, like, all right, I got you. I see what's up.
Yeah, you continue following Chelsea, and she begins to take you like to the outskirts of town once again, except in the opposite direction, away from the wizard tower. Here it is a lot more. The buildings here are a lot older. It seems that these are more abandoned. They're like old, decrepit, and like crumbling. And at the base of one of the mountains here, kind of like built into the mountain, you recognize to be a monastery, like a church slash monastery, which you're very familiar with, given where you were essentially raised. However, the difference between the Gaian church monastery and this monastery is that the Gaian church monastery was well kept, smooth, and almost like rigid looking. In your experience, you associate it with like almost like captivity, right? Like a very strict doctrine. Um, but this one is like old, crumbling, and covered in overgrowth and moss. But despite being so like derelict, it it has this feeling of warmth and feels welcoming.
Yeah, I mean she like glances around. Also something else I thought that she might have like decided to keep a little bit of an eye out for would be like
Hmm.
just kind of like maybe this is a little bit retroactive, so maybe she won't be able to look
Mm.
until she goes on the way, but just kind of like valuables, like obviously like food and stuff is like valuable, but like if she sees stuff that like obviously this village has like a lot of resources, but like stuff that I mean
Um,
stuff that she
I'll
could
say
take. Yeah.
I'll say on a passive perception of 15, everyone here seems to live modestly. There's no like nobody's wearing like jewelry. There's no like valuable like china or like tools or weapons lying around. This seems to be like a very quaint rural like village setup here. Even Chelsea herself doesn't seem to have any visible jewelry on.
Yeah, I figured because it's like if you were looking at this like a thief, like I feel like the reason those other people tried to take over this village is because like the wealth is in that they have food and like
Mm-hmm.
industry and like the infrastructure to run a village,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't like just carry that away.
Mm-hmm. Because
Um,
the reason that this place stands out to you is because farmland is non-existent anywhere else on the planet.
mm,
Additionally, like the greenery that you've seen in Antarctica is rare elsewhere. It seems, um, and additionally, like the mountains around you are on all sides of this village.
gotcha. Yeah, I mean, hmm,
I'd say that you're wise
yeah,
enough to understand that.
yeah, and I understand like the there's as amazing as this place is, like, there's a lot of people that would want this that don't have access to it. That's kind of messed up. But yeah,
Hmm.
she falls into church though. That's kind of a little bit unrelated to the
Okay.
church. But yeah, she's yeah.
Yeah, the inside of this monastery is like just as like derelict as the outside, if not more. The roof has completely caved in, leaving no ceiling, it just open sky. Um, Many of the interior walls have also crumbled away, leaving like pieces of rubble and rock and stone kind of like strewn about the floor here. The floor is overgrown with like plants. You see grass and bushes kind of like cropping up out of the cracks in the floor. Um, and in the center of all of this rubble, there is one bearded red dragonborn in a dirty gi just sitting cross-legged atop a large piece of rubble at the center.
I as I approach and get within like a decent enough distance of him, I'm going to do that like classic like one hand like flat palm, the other hand like with the fist into it or whatever, and like bow, like that kind of thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay,
Um,
good. Yeah.
I will say the Dragonborn's eyes are closed. He appears to be either meditating or napping. You're unable to tell the difference here.
Does 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 Chelsea like what is Chelsea's reaction to me doing that?
Chelsea kind of like smiles and shakes her head. She steps in front of you and kind of like just sits down cross-legged, very similar to how the Dragonborn has sat down, and kind of closes her eyes and appears to either be meditating or napping. You don't know which.
Flo just kind of like nods. She's like, these guys, you always think they're fucking sleeping or whatever, but they see everything. So she's like, she's fully like, that was
How did you know?
absolutely like the right move.
How did
Yeah,
you know?
she's like, she's like these fucking guys, like, fucking why is it? She's like, these guys, like, you come in, you be fucking respectful because, like, the second you come in, you're like, this is the monk master, like, he fucking snaps you into. she, uh,
She does. Yeah, you have high wisdom. You would. Yeah, you would know that.
she's very reassured that she made the right
Hmm.
decision, and she sits down next to Chelsea and like imitates her meditation pose.
Okay. Are you actually meditating or are you napping?
Um, at first she kind of has one eye open and is like scanning the room a little bit, and then she probably would. But is there anything else that stands out to me in the room before I
Um, on a
or
passive.
about him? Can I get an insight on him?
Yeah, sure. Roll insight.
just on the. I mean, I know that he's not sleeping, but
Wow. Nah, he's just an old dragonborn. I mean, nah, you get
oh,
no
it's one
read
of
on
those
him.
things where you think he's the master, but Sudsy's actually. I'm like Sudsy's the monk master. I see the play.
Nah, you got no read on him. Very enigmatic.
He's this guy. This guy's like he looks like a fucking wise old guy. So we're supposed to think that he's the one that's going to teach
This
us.
is
We
not Doctor
really want to learn
Strange.
from the.
This is not Doctor Strange. Well, yeah, you sit down and begin to meditate.
Yeah,
are you meditating or are
I
you
do
napping?
meditate. I don't know. How tired am I?
It is late in the day, and you did walk a lot, but
Mm.
Flo is also wise
Can
enough
I
to
do like a
know.
whiz save?
Sure, yeah. Give me a wisdom
But
save.
I mean, here's the thing. She's gonna try pretty hard to meditate because she knows to be on her
Okay.
guard in these monk training type
Wisdom save with
situations.
advantage, and with that check,
Oh,
yeah.
that's 20.
No,
And that 18.
you
So
are
yeah.
awake. You are awake
Okay.
and meditating. And while you're thinking about what you'll be meditating about, we're gonna take a break, bathroom break. It's been
Okay.
an hour and a half.
Excellent.
BRB. Are we good to resume?
Yes, we are.
Okay. You begin to sit there and close your eyes. A minute passes. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 30 minutes. What is Flo thinking?
Yeah, I mean she is thinking like I think she did like I mentioned about stealing earlier. She didn't think that was likely gonna be her out of this situation, but did want to keep her eye because she kind of felt like, you know, if I could like get if it was possible for me to like take from here and give to like the kind of squad like
Mm-hmm.
what they need,
Mm-hmm.
and they would have enough money and then they wouldn't have to worry about killing the dragon or whatever. That was like one thing, and then she's been thinking about like could me and Guy live here, but I mean like it would be kind of I don't know, like it's as beautiful as it is, like is it kind of boring? Like is there what drama is around here? Like um I don't know, it's like a lot like she doesn't really know what to like make of this place. Like should she love it for restoring so much beauty back to like earth and like nature, or should she hate it for like draining like hoarding resources that like so many other people could use like um uh uh yeah, she is meditating a lot on that, and then yeah, and then but then her mind starts to just drift to like Chelsea sitting next to her, and she's kind of having the like what am I to you like
Aw.
type of moment. Like she's like I like am I just another number? Like, or am I not good enough for you and you feel like you have to fix me? Like, or I don't know, like, is this what's going on? Because I'm having some like awakenings. But yeah. Uh,
Do you think
uh,
Flo thinks that she could just be doing it because she wants to help, or is that just not in Flo's mind at all?
um, it's like it's the default possible like that's the surface level possibility, but then it's like her doubting that basically. Like it's
Mm,
like or like how much ism is like healthy skepticism and how much is being like incredibly cynical about like
mm,
human nature, and she's a little bit more open to like because she has like the it's a good thing is too good to be true, so it's like if 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 she had met Chelsea like a few weeks ago, probably she would have like um immediately thought it was too good to be true and like written her off or gotten more defensive. But
mhm.
Charlie has kind of opened her up to like maybe sometimes there are just good things.
Hmm,
She's still like leaving the it entertained, like the possibility.
that's good. So yeah, your mind dwells on that for a good half an hour until you hear the Dragonborn speak. Aunt Chelsea, who have you brought before me? Big?
I would like to also say when it gets to that point, Flo has drifted from like the relationship aspect to having a sexual fantasy and is very rudely interrupted. It's like, oh,
Oh my.
like she catches herself. She's like, oh fuck.
Chelsea responds saying, Big, this is Flo. Flo, this is my nephew, Master Big. He's who I said that can help you. You open your eyes?
she she first opens her mouth to say he's your nephew, but then but then catches herself because of and then she goes and then she opens her eyes. She's "Ha- greetings.
Uh, Big opens his eyes, and you see that one of his eyes is like grayed over, as if it's blind. And then the other one is like it's got this deep like blue, like the bluest blue eye. You know, you know the meme of like blue eye motherfuckers that want you to know their eyes are blue.
Yeah,
Like,
the like big emoji of the eye.
yeah, that. Except it's just like extremely fucking blue. And it
Uh-huh.
contrasts with his like dark red dragonborn skin. And he looks at you and he says, Flo, your soul reeks of stagnation, the death of the spirit. A soul that does not move is one that is dead inside. If you so choose, I can aid you as best I can, but this path will be difficult.
Flo really is taken aback by that. A bit, like first of all, she's like to the Reeks comment. She's like, "The fuck you say?" But then she's like, but then she like when he says that like so aggressively, I think it awakens this thing where she was like very on the fence about like, did she really want to go through this? And he just made it sound like a challenge. Like he's calling her a pussy, and she's just like, all
You
right, like,
pussy.
like all of a sudden she like feels this thing like awaken inside of her resolve being like really hard, and she's like, of course I do.
You wish to free it to move once more, or do you wish to remain as you are?
I am all about movement, change, carpe diem, seize the day.
You see Chelsea like smile and like nod to Big, and Big nods back. He begins to stand up. You hear his knees cracking, like as he like gets up from his seated position. It's almost as if he has not moved in days.
Jesus
And
Christ.
he looks at you like he cracks his neck, and it's an extremely loud pop. Does the same as he like moves his arms, kind of like stretching, and he says, "The body strikes while the mind works and the spirit moves. I can sense much conflict in you, and your body has rudimentary training. This is good. I invite you to spar with me."
Oh, she like kind of scratches her head a little bit. She's like, "Yeah, I don't really do the whole like fight thing. So I don't know if you have like a vegan version of the training or something like
The mind works while the body strikes.
the mind
This will
works while
help
the
you
body
work
strikes."
through your question. The question being, young one, where does your heart lie? He begins to enter a fighting stance. He puts his left arm in front, his fist kind of like open in a C position, and his right arm kind of like in a fist down by his right hip.
Oh. She fucking looks at Chelsea. She's like she's having like the like little water foams. Like she's incredibly nervous. Like the water like is spraying off of her hair a little
You look
bit.
at Chelsea. She's already moved to the other side of the room and is sitting down on a piece of rubble.
she's like, she puts her, she's like, don't fucking Dragon Ball Z observe me.
She
What is
waves at you.
this?
She gives you a nice old wave.
Is it like a fucking the Queen's wave? Like it's just side to side?
No, it's like way above her head, like very over exaggeratedly friendly. Like a cheerleader, you got this type of wave.
Flo just like looks, she's like so fucking like, oh my god. And she's just like, okay, embrace change, embrace change, embrace change, embrace change. I am Flo. I am the river. The only constant is change.
Only
That's what all
until you
these
can
squares
answer this
mean.
question will your spirit be able to move, your mind be at
Yep.
rest, and your body be at peace.
That
Where
was for
does
me.
your
You
heart
were
lie?
Oh god, I was supposed to be talking to myself. Shit. She's like, she just goes, okay, yeah. Where does my heart lie? Where does my heart? I'm in it. I'm in my emotions. I feel it. I'm gonna find where my heart lies. Okay, let's
Roll
do this. She's
initiative.
like, she's shaking her shoulders around. Okay. For all my cool people out
Lamau.
there. 21. That's me. I look like the 21 kid right now, facing off against fucking like John Cena.
How did he roll a natural 20? Okay.
That's like
Very cool.
so comical. This is, I feel like this represents me. Like I'm still like, I pretty much have my eyes closed and I'm just like he probably picks up on the idea of like, if he doesn't do something, that I'm literally never going to stop being like, yeah, live in the moment. Like, let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a good like 20 feet away from him, and he's like on the rock. And as you're like hyping yourself up, talking to yourself, suddenly you feel a rush of wind, and you look, and his face is like an inch from yours. He's gonna make a unarmed strike here. That is a 26 to hit. That hits. Give me a Constitution save.
Constitution save. Okay, cool. Let's see.
As you take
Oh.
12 damage.
That's a natural 1.
Yeah, you take 12 damage as you feel a fist just like go up into your rib cage, and the wind just like gets knocked out of you. On a natural 1, you are stunned, like both mentally and physically, by the speed and power.
Did you say you got a 16 on the attack roll,
26.
Oh, 26. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, 26
Okay.
to hit.
Okay, and I take 7 damage?
You take 12.
12 damage. Thank you.
Yeah, there are no modifiers to those rolls. You take 12 damage and you are stunned. And he like again like asks you to your face, where does your heart lie?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet.
You can't speak. You can't speak. You are stunned.
She thinks that.
Yep. Now you are stunned. This is your turn. You cannot take actions. You cannot move. You cannot take reactions. What is Flo thinking in this turn of being stunned?
She's just like, okay, so he's probably gonna like kick my ass and then hopefully heal me, unless this is like trial by fire and he's just gonna kill my ass immediately, which I mean, in which case it was a good run. She's just like,
she's not even you're not even thinking about the question.
The question of where my heart lies?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's just like, I mean, I think she's just like so taken aback by like, she's like, I don't know how I'm supposed to figure that out from just getting the shit figured out of me.
Okay, that is round 1 down. Okay.
Okay.
He's gonna back up. He's gonna like get back into that fighting stance with one arm in front, one arm by his side. And that is his turn. It is your turn. You are unstunned.
Okay.
You feel you're able to breathe again.
I go, okay. Eye on the ball, heart of the cards. She's going to go ahead and attempt a non-damaging stunning strike.
Okay.
So she's gonna go ahead. So I get 2 attack actions. So I assume probably at least one of them's gonna miss. So I'm gonna maybe attempt both.
Roll
in
to
a
hit.
row. Okay. So that is an 18 and a natural one.
The 18 hits. However, because you did no
Ooh.
damage, he's able to use deflect attacks. And he doesn't have to roll because you're doing 0 damage. As a result,
Can I still attempt to stun with that? Or?
you can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
But he is using deflect
So
attacks.
he would make a con save. Yeah.
Yes. So actually, he'll make the con save first. 18.
DC 15.
So he
Okay,
saves.
he did.
Give me a dex save as he attempts to swipe at you after deflecting
Ooh,
your
okay.
blow here.
Okay. Oh man, it was almost a 17. Okay, that's a 13.
All right, the DC was 17, so you take 16 damage as you hit him, but he like swipes your hand away and like hits you like in the side of your neck, dealing dealing 16 damage. You're sent like off to the side, like your neck really hurts after that.
Woo! Yeah, she's just like crumbles. She's like, God damn, fuck, what the hell?
The body strikes while the mind works and the spirit moves. Strike like you mean it.
But is it her turn now?
It is his turn.
Okay.
He is going
Was
to.
that a reaction?
That was a reaction, yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. So he's gonna make another attempt to hit you here. That is a 19.
She is hit by a 19.
Okay. Roll me a con save. As you take
17.
DC is 17. You are not stunned, but you do still take 8 damage.
Okay.
And you take, what is it, 2d10 damage from this failed stunning strike. You take 8 plus 15 damage here.
Okay. Flo is unconscious.
As you're losing consciousness here, you kind of crumple onto the ground. You see him like kind of like kneel down, and he asks again, "Where does your heart lie?"
She's. I can she respond? I don't know.
You can,
she's.
You can search for an answer.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is.
I mean, yeah. Her thought, which she stopped herself from saying before she took that last punch, was like, he was just like, strike like you mean it. She's like, but I don't mean it. My heart is not in this. Like, she's like, no. Yeah. But she just like slips into unconsciousness, I guess.
In unconsciousness, you have time to think about this. This is purely an RP question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now we're getting out of like Flo's emotional entanglements and what she wants to admit and not admit, and just asking straight up. Yeah. Where does Flo's heart lie?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a little bit of like defiance that I think is coming up, especially with those like. I think the strike like you mean it like really made her just like be a little bit like. It's like, but I don't mean it. Like she just kind of wants to like. She feels defiant in like doing things her way,
Mm-hmm.
and if that means that she gets like smeared to a pulp, then so be it. Like she's not gonna like have someone like change like that about her. Like she's not gonna have someone force her to like do harm when that's like not what she wants to do.
Okay. Unfortunately, that does not answer the question.
Okay. Damn it. No, sorry, go ahead.
So I'll say that you do have time to.
I can try again.
No, you reflect on that, and that is still a revelation that like Flo comes to, but that does not answer the question. So You regain consciousness. You see the first thing you see is Chelsea's face, kind of like above yours. You can feel her like cradling you in her lap, and the first thing you hear is Big saying, "I think she's a lost cause. I do not have time to train her. I already have my hands full with another." And he goes back onto the rock, and sits down. You are healed back to full.
Oh, sick.
Also, you feel like a tingle on your forehead as you see Chelsea's like face moving away from yours.
Yeah, I think Flo's eyes kind of flutter open with that realization. And she looks at him and she's like, she's talking to Chelsea but looking at him, and she's just like, yeah, you know, I also think that this training is maybe not for me. So I also equally would also like to leave on equal terms.
Chelsea kind of like furrows her brows, like, if you do that, then your soul won't be able to heal like the way that you want to.
I mean, does it have to heal? Like, I don't know. I don't know what the big deal is. Like, why I gotta heal, you know?
I feel like your identity is tied to that. Intrinsically,
To not healing?
internally.
To what's it tied to?
She's saying that you're like, she can sense that your self identity like takes a lot of pride in being able to heal.
Yeah, others, but like maybe the ways that I'm broken is what makes me like this and makes me heal others. So maybe it's a good thing, you know, that I was broken in this way. Like it's like you smashed some china plates and you put them back together, and they maybe weren't from the same original plate, but they just fit perfect, you know. And that's me and Earth, you know.
Are you saying that you break people and bring them together? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying I'm broken. I'm saying I'm broken, and that's fine, okay? And if you want a fixed person, you can go find a fixed person in your perfect little village.
It's not what I meant.
um, she like, yeah, I think she's feeling like very like she spoke out of turn there, but is also just like really mad at the whole like situation. Um, and she's just like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make like the monks of old. You know, they didn't have a book that they had to write it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna come up with my own revelations. You know, so I don't need any of this shit. And she's gonna like just try and like sprint into the fucking forest, basically, like
As
just towards the mountains.
Yeah, as you get up, suddenly you see a flash of light just like beam down in front of you, kind of like directly in your way. You kind of like stumble back, and in front of you is a like orange dragonborn, large, muscular. He's kind of like in a superhero pose, very cool landing. You see like these wings of flame just kind of evaporate from him as he lands. He's got like very flowy, loose street clothes on. He's got a blindfold wrapped over his eyes, behind his head, and onto like the base of his horns. And he says, "Gramps, I'm back. Hope I didn't take too long." He gets up, looks at you and Chelsea, and says, "Great Aunt Chelsea, good to see you. Who have you brought this time?" And Chelsea says,
"Oh, good. I'm leaving. I was just storming out, so no need to."
"Oh, so we're leaving her unattended now. You know, maybe she'll take Tech's tongue this time, or Aunt Sudsy's hands. You know, maybe render her completely mute." And Chelsea's like, "How? That's uncalled for." "Yeah, but it's the truth. Everyone you bring here is bad news, isn't it?"
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna like fucking I'm definitely shorter than him, but I'm gonna do
Hmm.
my best to like leer at him.
He's gonna shove you.
Like,
Well, he's gonna shove you. Make an athletics check.
okay, okay. Yeah. This is amazing.
The 22.
12.
You walk up,
We're down 11.
trying to intimidate him, and you just feel a palm just shove you like at the like on your sternum, and the next thing you know, you're just flat on your back. And he says, "Get away from me! You reek of evil, of selfishness. I don't know who
yeah,
you
I
think
am.
you're fooling."
I'm the worst news you ever fucking heard of. I'm gonna fucking eat your old ass grandpa, bitch.
You see Chelsea run and step between you two. Like he steps forward and you see his fist begin to glow with like multicolored flame. Chelsea runs between you two and she says, "Enough, Immense. She's a guest." That's the most stern you've heard Chelsea like speak so far. This dragonborn called Immense kind of like steps back. He has a blindfold on, but you can tell that he's kind of like looking like indignantly at Aunt Chelsea and says, "Fine, your funeral, I guess. Just know that if she steps out of line, I won't be the only one that will be able to stop her."
I'm gonna step out of line. I'm telling you right fucking now. I like get up and I like
Chelsea glares at you.
I look at Chelsea like fucking what's up? The ship may die in this moment, folks at home.
Those
Sorry, I'm laughing on the high of how terrible my decisions are right now.
She's telling you to stop fanning the flames, essentially.
My eyes are saying, I really fucking want to. Like, fuck this.
You know, Aunt Chelsea, I think she wants to fight. Come on, why don't we spar a bit? See what you're made of.
I don't fight. I'm not a fucking brute.
Oh, I can fucking tell. All I see is a pussy.
Oof. She's like, she gets like a chill at first when she's like,
"Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? Maybe it hurts as much as when your parents died. Yeah, I can tell you're an orphan."
she's like, how did he know? They're like fatherless fucking memes. Just like, she's like,
"What's the matter? What's the matter? Too small and weak to take revenge on the guy who killed Daddy?"
He's unkillable.
Oh,
actually.
yeah, sure. Like I believe that shit. Chelsea's like given up and she's like walked back to Big, and Big isn't even trying to like isn't even trying to stop this, but like if you glance back you kind of see that he's not meditating anymore. He's got his head in his hands like on his forehead like he has a migraine.
Wait, we knocked him out of his meditation.
Yeah.
She's gonna take that as a point of pride. She's like, well, I'm that toxic that I can make this dude like fucking. It's probably more to do with his grandson, but she's gonna take it as her own accomplishment. But yeah, she's just like, she's just like squaring up. She's like, I mean, I bet you get a lot of pussy with a mouth like that. You know,
I'm married, just so you
talk to
know.
a lady.
It's more than you'll ever see.
You're married?
Hell yeah.
L. You can forever. That's forever, dude. You're so fucking dumb. Are you kidding me? I bet it was in a church too. Sorry. I'm literally like fucking committing suicide in character. I'm just like, I feel like I'm on a high of how terrible my decisions are.
Yeah, forever. I bet that's longer than any relationship you expect to have. I mean, look at you.
Because I get bored.
Bored, or are you just chicken?
Ooh. He looks at her as if he's used a slur. Or I said he looks at her. She looks at him as if he's used a slur. She just goes like, Hey, say that again, buddy.
You pussy.
Okay, she's gonna roll initiative.
Go for it.
That is a 13.
Actually, no, he has a player sheet. Hold on. That is a plus
I love
4.
this
22.
dude, by the way.
22.
Okay. 22. Yeah. He goes first.
He
He sees her like get him to move as if she's gonna run at him. So I guess
he kind of
can,
leans
like,
forward, kind of presents his cheek. That's his turn.
All right, she is going to attempt a non-damaging unarmed
Roll
strike.
with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh no, the first one was good. That's a waste. That's a 9. To
Miss. Yeah, you see, he presents his cheek, but you realize too late that it was a bait. You swing, and he just very quickly like moves out of the way. And yeah, he does he use deflect attacks? No, he doesn't respect you enough. He's just gonna walk backwards out of your range, and he's like, "Oh, come on, you can do better than that, can't you? You look like you've never thrown a punch in your life."
I haven't. I do it again. I rolled with disadvantage again. Is that
Yes,
correct?
again.
Okay. 8.
Again, he just keeps stepping out of the way. He's like dancing around you. He says,
Oh god, we're doing that. I'm the bad guy from episode 1 of Cowboy Bebop. Oh no.
"Let me
It's
guess.
happening to me.
Let me guess. You didn't listen when the old man said the body strikes while the mind works and the spirit moves. Is that right?" He's gonna make an attack against you.
I don't listen to a lot of things.
That is a 28 to hit. You take 8 acid damage as he like mutters under his breath, like, "Let's go easy on her. Tiamat's strike, acid." You take 8 acid damage, which you resist.
I think actually I've resisted. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So 16? I take 4
16?
damage? Or no, it's 8. 16 reduced to 8.
So no, you took 8 damage, so reduced to 4. He's gonna use a key point to actually increase that to hit. And he's gonna hit again. So that's another 7 acid damage. Flurry of blows.
Oh god. Thank God it's fucking acid.
21.
Thank God this dude's fucking stupid, or I'd be dead already.
Another 6 damage.
Reduced to 3, or
Yeah.
am I having all these
Keep
numbers?
having
Okay.
these. That's 17. Does that hit you?
17 just hits me.
Okay. And that is another 8 reduced to 4. And he is noticeably not going to stunning strike you. He does not respect you enough.
Okay. Yeah, there's no need.
Where is the key points on this?
I might need to stun people later today.
Then he's actually going to use Step of the Wind to like kind of yeah. So you see him like he hits you like 4 times, and then you see this burst of flame behind him as these wings just unfurl, and he like flies up to like there is a collapsed second floor, and there's like a little balcony. He flies up there, and he like lands with 1 foot, and he's like got his arms crossed. He says, "Come on, keep up."
She's like, "Don't tell me what to do." She leaps for him.
So yeah, to reach him, you need to. Is about 20 feet up.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 feet up above you.
Can I get there if I step in a wind, or?
Yes, I'd say so.
Okay, cool.
You would need a running start.
So yeah, I'll. I mean, I have enough movement. I assume I have like 45, so I'll do like a little. Try to like run in a circle and then just like leap towards him and dive on him.
Okay.
Like I've seen Guy do.
Sure.
Hold on, I gotta make sure that I'm keeping track of my fucking key points, though. You know what I'm saying? Did I get a short rest since the Feywild, or not really? It's pretty much.
Nah.
I guess I meditated for like.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that would be a short rest. You would have had a short rest before the fight with Big.
Cool. So this is my first key point that I'm using.
Cool.
So I Step of the Wind. I'm gonna like leap and kind of like flip towards him. And I am going to again attempt a stunning strike. It's a 10 this time to hit.
That does not hit.
Or Do I still have disadvantage? By
No,
the way?
he did not take patient defense this time.
Gotcha. And then 22. Okay, to non-damaging
That
again.
hits. He's going to do the same thing that his father did, and is going to hit you.
Okay.
So he's going to roll a con save first. That is
if he fails, will he
19.
not be able to? 19. Okay, never mind.
Technically, per the rules, if it's reduced to 0, he does not suffer the effect of it. But since you're doing non-damaging, I'm just giving it. Make a dex save or take 15 damage.
Okay. Is this one of those ones where I take 0 if I succeed?
No, you take half, I think.
Okay. That's okay. That's a 20.
That succeeds. All right, yeah, so
half of 15.
Yeah, you land a punch, and you feel it land. You make sure it does no damage, but he seems to he resists the stun. He tries to swing at you, but you manage to very agilely duck out of the way. And he's like, "Well, you got the body movement, right? Where's the thinking?"
Your granddad already did that move, dumbass. So do I take 7 damage? Sorry.
Yeah, you take 7. Or let me look this up.
15 rounded or halved, right?
I'm gonna double check this because this is part of the UA. Let's see.
I'm like the adrenaline's pumping. I'm like, oh.
Are you actually
I'm stressed.
Oh my god.
No, it's all good. I'm in character. I'm feeling it.
Deflect attacks. Reduce the damage 0. You can spend 1 discipline point to redirect the attack. Succeed on a dexterity throw. Or take 2. Yeah, you take nothing. You just dodge it. Yeah, you take no damage.
Okay. Your granddad already did that move, dumbass. Yeah, she'd dodge out the way.
Well, I'll have you know I'm better than my grandfather. I'm immense, the strongest. And he's gonna make more attacks against you here. You hear him under his breath say, "Tiamat's flame," or no, sorry, "Tiamat's strike, flame." This is fire damage.
She's gonna snort at that because it sounds like it sounds like an anime move. She's like, this dude's like
27 to hit.
An intimidation check that I think he's a nerd.
Sure, you can catch this 11 damage though.
Okay,
this is fire damage. Yeah, no. You try to the snicker, but he catches you in the jaw.
Okay, yeah. And I don't think I resist fire.
You do not resist fire.
It's not Pokemon rules.
20 to hit. Another 9 damage. He's not going to flurry of blows this time. And that's a 13. He misses his 3rd hit. And then he's going to step of the wind again. Wings unfurl. Again, colorful wings explode from behind him. And he kind of lands down in front of Chelsea and Big. Let's show them what you're made of up close.
When he's stepping in the wind, is he doing the dash or disengage?
Both.
Wait, how can he do both? Isn't it like you...
Flo has no idea how he's doing this.
Okay.
This is new to her.
Flo's pulling up. Flo has her hands on counting on her fingers the amount of action economy. She's like, hold on a second.
Yeah. So he's moving and hitting in a way that you are not used to, and you have no idea how he's doing. Same thing with Big. His counters against your strikes are something that you have no idea how he was able to move so fast to do. And it seems Immense is doing the exact same thing. So the way that these guys fight are different from how you are used to.
I'm going to make an insight check. I only got a 10.
What are you trying to figure out?
What is his attitude to me right now? What do I think would happen if I pulled back a little bit?
What do you mean pulled back?
I didn't follow him and take the bait and try and attack him. I don't know that I can
if
really
you
get
don't
this on a 10.
So what he's trying to do is kind of prove that you are a coward. And right now, just by attacking him, you're proving him wrong.
Okay, so if I
on a 10
he's gonna
on a 10 you don't know what he'll do if you pull back.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So she's gonna jump at him again and attempt 2 strikes.
Okay.
So she needs to dash. She needs to step at the wind again to get to him, right?
No, he just did it to show off. But You have slow fall. It would use your reaction though, right? Slow fall.
Okay, I could slow fall reaction. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I do my little like turn into water as I like hit the ground and like
Bloop.
splash a little and like reform.
Yeah. Bloop.
Yeah. Like yeah, it's not slow fall. It's just I still fall pretty fast. I just am able to like shock impact. Um, yeah, and I hop back up. Let me actually hold on. Let me check my spells actually. Um, wait, because I have a bonus action open then now, right?
Yeah, I'm shocked you haven't been using it.
Well, no, because I had to use like sip of the wind last time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do have a bonus action this time. Yeah.
Um, God, I don't think I can use my fucking fog cloud ring. I would love that.
If you do it, he's standing right next to Chelsea and Big. So if you did it, everyone would be caught in the fog cloud. No one would see.
Yeah, I mean,
It does not seem like the appropriate time to use it now.
There's Professor Oak telling me like.
I mean, I don't see how it would help. Honestly,
it was just I like. Yeah, like whether or not I do damage aside, we're clearly fighting on his terms. Like he's clearly comfortable with how things are going right now.
mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of things to like take him off guard a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I like just because I think that's like how Flo like this is like whenever she's been in a fight with someone and Guy wasn't there, like this she her mind goes creative because she's like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I don't honestly know that there's much I could do without sacrificing my action, and I don't know that I want to spend a whole. No, because he's gonna kick the shit out of me. Like,
Just
there's literally.
uh,
Yeah, no, she's. I think she would create a smog cloud. I think that makes the most
as
sense.
you're contemplating this, I will just give you a quick little role play tidbit. As you're
Okay.
contemplating
Yeah.
using anything other than striking, the
He
words
sees it
of
on my
Big,
face. Yeah.
yeah, the word Big like
Or
is
no, I
Big
just
has
mean
his
yeah.
eyes open. He's not meditating anymore. He's watching you, and like just seeing him watching you, his words of the body strikes while the mind works and the spirit moves, like echoes throughout your head.
I'm a little out of character Bafflefied, but I'm gonna just narrate her thought process on those words.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Well, my mind's definitely working. Um, my spirit I can't tell, but everyone is telling me that it's jammed." And then she realizes in thinking that her body is not moving. Um, and she's like, "Okay, so." The body needs to strike. Um, is there okay? This is so dumb, but please bear with me. When I
Mm-hmm.
did I notice anything like in the monastery that isn't like just a mossy wall?
Um, you could roll me a perception check because I feel like you would have had time to do that before.
Yeah. This is I like I only want to do this if it's something she would have already noticed because she does not have time to like look around now, I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Give me a perception check.
That's 13.
On a 13, I mean, there's a lot of rubble. Again, like it seems like these guys are pretty minimalistic. You see, Big is
Yeah.
wearing like very tattered, old, dirty gi that it's obviously not been washed in a long time. And then Immense is wearing like baggy, torn street clothes, like sweatpants and sweatshirt. But inside,
Does Chelsea have anything on her?
Chelsea's still in her cottage core outfit.
Does she have any? She gave me that purple gemstone. Does she have like another on her like neck?
She
or
has her
some sort?
bag.
She has her bag. Okay. Immense, I'm assuming, doesn't have a bag.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna try and steal Chelsea's bag.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
like, I promise you this makes sense to Flush.
Okay.
Okay, can I get to her in a turn of movement?
Yeah, she's right next to Big and Immense.
Okay, can I run on the side where I won't get opportunity attacked, or is am I gonna be in their threatened area?
I mean, yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna run by and try and set. What kind of check would I have to make to try and like snatch it?
Sleight of hand.
9.
You try and yank the bag from Chelsea, but like she like you pull and she just does not budge, and she like looks at you confused, like, I'm sorry, what?
Flo like almost wants to open her mouth to explain, but it's just like body moves, body moves, body moves. So she doesn't she lets go. Has that consumed her action?
That was your action, yes.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Um
I'm baffled. What?
I promise you it makes sense.
Are you sure? Okay, all right. You still have a bonus action and a little bit of movement. What are you doing?
She's gonna she's gonna she's
Uh-huh.
gonna bonus action
Uh-huh.
to sp- sprint to do a dash action using a step of
Step
the
of the
wind.
wind.
And she's going to use her maximum of movement to run in a circle that's like a perimeter around the three of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's malfunctioning right now.
Okay.
She's been giving an explicit instruction and she's like trying to like do everything that isn't that and like somehow like cheat the system basically. I think that's like the best way to understand her. So she's getting like more and more erratic as she like is like pinned to a corner, but like she can see that like she's probably not going to survive like another turn of like being pummeled anyway. So she's just making less ditch effort. If there was like a anything like any object that like the monastery people actually like gave a shit about, like she would have like tried to attack it.
They are monks. They do not have possessions.
Yeah, but exactly. So she's like, okay, that's not gonna work. And then she's like, if it's still Chelsea's thing, will they get mad? Like, I don't know, like, yeah.
All right. Immense is just gonna look at you running around, and he's gonna smirk and be like, you know, I bet mom and dad are looking down, so impressed at what you can do here.
Oh, okay. She stops and like gives him a fucking glare.
Oh, I'm
Like
sorry.
it's
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not have a mommy and daddy? Or did they just not love you enough to stick around? Considering how you just tried to steal from Aunt Chelsea, I imagine it's hard for anyone to love you.
she's glaring at him. I'm assuming she doesn't have the opportunity unless he's using his turn to mock and gloat.
Yeah, no, yeah, he took his turn to just mock and gloat you.
Good use of an action. No roll required for the intimidation check. Yeah, she's just like, yeah, she just starts like walking towards him.
Now, I don't see what Aunt Chelsea sees in you. I don't see what she sees in any of these assholes she brings back. None of them change. Hell, some of them attack our friends, attack our family. Is that what you're gonna do? Or are you gonna bring people like you here? Evil attracts evil. Where you go, others will follow. You're like a beacon. You attract nothing but bad things.
She's walked up and she's like stopped right in front of him. She's like glaring at him.
I bet you're friends with the person who killed your parents, aren't you? Yeah. Judging from
She's
how
gonna
your
headbutt him.
soul smells, I bet you're best friends.
14.
He catches this strike. He says, "Strike like you mean it."
12.
Catches the other one. You still have a bonus action.
Flurry of blows.
All right.
That's a 24.
That hits.
Wait, how much do I actually get for flurry of blows?
If you spend a key point, you get 2 strikes.
So I get one more?
Yeah.
Okay, I may as well make it now. Just to 18.
Successful, both of them. So he grabs both of your fists. Where did these other 2 strikes come from?
I was saying before she headbutts him, but I feel like cinematically it's better if the 2 misses were fists and then she headbutts him.
Okay. What about the second one?
The second one. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have rolled them in advance. I kind of want to see how the first one goes before I do anything.
Sure.
Okay. And she is going to deal damage for the first time in ever.
Nice.
She deals 7 damage, and then she's going to activate an ability that she's never used before that she probably did not know that she had.
Hand of Harm.
Called Hand of Harm.
Let's fucking go!
Which doesn't require any kind of action or anything, so she can just stack it on. So that's
8 more damage. Necrotic damage,
8
right? 8
more damage. Yes.
Woohoo!
How does...
Describe what it looks like.
Vibe after that?
Describe what it looks like, first of all.
Yeah, I think she, her, water hair... I've described before. I feel like I haven't brought it up enough as I want to, but I've described before her water hair kind of, reacts based on her emotion. When she's feeling calm, it's more calm seas. When she's stressed, it's more foaming and frothy and spraying out and stuff like that. But I feel like there's you almost hear a thunder rumble in the distance as a shadow is kind of cast over her eyes, and I feel like it's yeah, the water of her hair and everything almost looks like a deeper kind of darker blue, it would be reflecting a storm cloud or something like that. As she just smacks her skull into him and yeah, I think there's that kind of flash of light or whatever as she smacks into him. So it's it's the I feel like it's the sorry I'll make it the opposite. Is there's a flash of light as she hits and then the thunder rumbling comes a little bit later.
Yeah, as this strike rings true and you follow through and actually deal damage, you feel this shockwave reverberate back through your body. You feel something spiritually begin to dislodge. Check your DMs. I sent you a hint to the question.
I paused while I was talking because I saw it. And I was like, oh.
Do you think Flo would kind of have an epiphany here, or would she follow through with the second strike before even thinking further? Because I mean, the second strike already hit. It's just your call when it follows through, roleplay wise.
I think she does he react at all to the thing? I'm not looking at his facial reaction necessarily, but does his body react at all?
Yeah,
does
he takes a step back.
Okay.
He still has your fists in his hands, though.
He still has my fists?
Yeah.
Okay.
He takes a step back, though. He stumbles back a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking knee him in the nuts.
Well, you already hit. It is barely hit.
Yeah, okay. 7, and then can I use Harm of Hand on every fucking... It's a key point.
Good question. What does it say? Read it aloud.
When you hit a creature with an armor strike, you can spend 1 key point to deal extra necrotic damage. You can use this feature only once per turn. Okay.
Gotcha. Cool.
Okay, so yeah, that one doesn't. But yeah, I do knee him in the nuts.
All
And
right,
that's
8 damage.
7.
Yeah. So upon dealing this damage, like you feel your mind begin to clear of like all of that like clutter that was causing you to like just do random stuff before. All that anxiety kind of like goes away as you feel your body like just. It's not a relaxed feeling, but it's a feeling of focus, and you get a revelation, which I've sent you in DMs. And you hear the question again. You can't tell if it's in your head or if Big is repeating it next to you. Where does your heart lie?
Sorry for interrupting that. I feel like she, in the moment, she cannot tell and is fully emotionally in the moment is responding to that. If she was able to look at this as a third party observer and saw Big saying that, like right now, she would get so mad at him for like. She'd be like, "Are you serious?" Like, yeah,
Take some time to think. No
yeah.
rush. It's a big roleplay question. And she doesn't
Yeah.
have to say it aloud, but I would like to hear
I
it.
wish I had less in common with her in real life.
Hey, that's what happens when you make a self-insert. I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
I
I'm
wish
kidding.
she was a little less. I didn't realize how self-insert she was until we
Oh,
started getting
no. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, because this is what happens for the folks at home is you make a character and they may be very different from you at first, but when you're forced to answer difficult questions, you start to fill it in with the answers that you've come to in your real life, and then you're like, well, shit, now it's just me.
Now it's just me. But
Now
in
it's just
fantasy
me.
worlds.
Yeah, I think she's thinking like I don't know if she's lied about this as much, but like I think there's a big thing of like I'm not okay with like the status quo, basically.
Mhm.
Like she internalized this mantra of like the only constant has changed like a long while ago. And while that is true, I feel like she uses the mantra of like the only constant is change to like justify a lot of like chaos and
Like
a lot
almost
of
a
like
nihilistic point view.
yeah, like rather than using it as like a tool to like overcome like a difficult like when you're like the only constant has changed because like of a breakup or a death in the family or something, right? Like
Mm.
that can be like a helpful tool to like embrace like new realities and not get too attached to like the way things were, like as a
Mhm.
way for growth. And it probably was helpful to her when her fucking rich adventure parents died and she was like cast out into the world.
Mhm.
Um, but then I feel like she's just been using it to like completely look away from like how things are around her. Yeah, in this moment she feels like this empowered sense of like I'm not okay with how things are and I want to change the world around me to fit a certain way rather
Mm.
than just kind of like I'm going to show up at like a new village, like experience it or whatever and then leave like, you know,
Mhm.
like I want to like fix things and change things and rearrange things or whatever like like I want to actually like try and like hold on to certain things rather than like this kind of like giving up thing because I think
Mm.
like even with clinging so desperately to the earth it's like sh- she finds comfort in the fact that it's like a sinking ship.
Mm.
You know, it's like it's going in a certain direction and she can't fix it, so it's like when it goes down then that's the end, you know, but she just feels this thing of like no, I actually want to make a difference. I want to like
So she's
that's like
lying
one
to
way.
herself to prevent future harm, but she deep down wants to help.
She wants to get involved and she hasn't been getting involved because she doesn't want to get hurt.
Gotcha.
Um,
And what about the other question?
where does her heart lie
So there are two
or
answers to the question, where does your heart lie? You've answered one of them. How are you deceiving yourself? Where's the other one?
is that what I've answered?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Wait, okay, which one have I answered? Sorry.
How are you
Uh,
deceiving yourself?
I've answered how I'm deceiving myself
Yes.
because I'm deceiving myself into thinking that I'm like okay with how things are when I'm not okay with how things are.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think part of that is like she's like, I want to hurt this guy. I want him to be hurt, and I'm deceiving myself that I'm like a pacifist basically because I'm
Mhm.
like, I do want to hurt this guy and I do hurt
Why do
people.
you want to hurt him? The answer to that is the answer to the second part of the question.
Yeah, there
Why
you
do you want
go.
to hurt him? How did he goad you into hitting him? Where does your heart lie? I'm really proud of this question, by the way. Can you tell?
It was good. It's like there was a so for the audience at home, Wag sent me a message that said, where does your heart lie? Two meanings, lie in all caps,
Mhm.
lie meaning deceive or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, Flo would be like, that's she came in ready for that much. She was like, the monks, they always get you with this shit. It's always some fucking it's always a fucking trick. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So lie is a
at least in that,
homophone
she's proud of herself.
or
Yeah,
or a
because
word with two meanings.
in character, she must have realized this herself, so she feels proud of herself.
Mhm. Mhm. What about the other meaning?
I think I was just thinking about, like, what was, like, really broke the camel's back, um, and it wasn't even I don't even think it was the stuff about her parents, like, obviously that, like, struck a nerve, like, being, like, close to Hookface Brooke struck a nerve, like, um accusing her of stealing when she was thinking about stealing hit a nerve. Like all these things hit nerves, but I
Mhm.
think like the thing that really like the straw that broke the camel's back was he was like no one could love you. Um sorry, I'm tearing up in IRL.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
She was almost gonna yell this, but she definitely thought it in the moment when he said that. That was like her immediate reaction that led to her like executing a headbutt.
Hmm.
She was just like, "Charlie loves me."
Just Charlie?
I think in the moment, like she's like, it's not that Charlie's the only person that loves her because she like she does believe that her parents love her. She doesn't really I think have any doubt that like all the stuff about like oh if they loved you enough they would have not gotten killed by Hookface Brick. Like she doesn't really like bite that type of
Mhm.
logic. You know what I mean? Like she does believe that her parents love her. She obviously Guy loves her. Like that would be the obvious answer.
Mhm.
Um, but I think in the moment, I think it's because Charlie gave the speech to her of like, yeah, like Charlie loves her even if she is cruel and makes fun of people and is like callous and
Mhm.
like apathetic to like a lot of people's struggles. Like, you know, Charlie loves her even though she has almost exclusively referred to him as like a goon or a stooge or a
Mhm.
freak. Like he knows like how bad it's like Guy's never been really on the receiving end of that much.
Mm.
Like Guy has received negativity for Flo. Don't get it like, you know,
Mhm.
she will up and leave with like some lover and like not tell him where she where she's gone and like, you know,
Mhm.
be like distant and have like these nightmares that she needs to be like guy is
Mhm.
always having to
Mhm.
like calm her down and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So it's like Guy does experience some negativity, but like Charlie's experienced like about like she's been very demeaning.
So Flo's mind goes to Charlie.
There's another thing in there of like Charlie expressed that stuff when she expressed the sentiment that she feels like the useless chick that's part of the crew.
Mm.
Um and like Charlie still accepted and loved that
Gotcha.
side of her as well. That was like not necessarily like contributing her share to like survival into the fight.
Mm.
Um,
So
because yeah, because
cinematically.
I do think there's
Oh.
yeah. Sorry, I just want to say like I do think there is still a part of her that like her feelings after doing it. It's like she does still really resent this guy for like making her do what she just did.
Mhm.
Like, and she still isn't like, I love to be violent, but
Right.
you know, and Charlie accepts her nonviolent self.
So cinematically, you headbutt and knee this guy in the groin. I will say that like those two strikes combined actually like throw him off of you and like send him sliding like 5 feet back, and you're just left there like out of breath. You just actually struck someone. I'll say that as you struck him, those like shockwaves kind of knocked something spiritually loose within you, and you had those revelations in a split second. You're conscious. What are you doing?
I'm conscious. What am I? Oh,
Yeah.
I
Like
thought you
you
were
can't.
like, what is your conscience doing?
No, no,
I'm
no, no,
like,
no, 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 no. So what I'm saying is that you, for a split second, kind of dissociated and had that epiphany, and then you were just yoinked back into your body here.
Mm.
You have your answers.
Shit, I feel my forehead real quick to see if there's like blood or whatever running from it, or like
I'll
if
say
it's
so.
like
Yes.
bruised almost, like it's kind of tingling. Yeah. She's gonna. Can I create rain?
Good
Oh,
question.
all I want to be is the fucking aunt from Encanto.
You can
I think
prestidigitation.
can precipitation create like a little rain cloud around me?
Create or destroy water. It's a spell. You have it.
But I don't know if I can like make it like constantly like drizzle over like a longer
Create
period of time or
water,
not.
shape water, combined. I'll let you do it. You have them in your arsenal. This is roleplay. We're out of combat.
It's yeah. Yeah, because normally it's like creating like 10 gallons in an instant. So I'm like, but
So
yeah,
skin it
if I
however
could
you
create
want.
like one drop at a time
Yeah,
over a long period, I would love to do that.
yeah. Skin it however you want. It
I'll
could be
use
like
my use.
it could be like in your hair, and you're using shape water to make it like turn into rain or something like that.
Oh, that's kind of cool that it's like falling from her hair rather than above it. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, I think there's just like yeah, like the raining. There's like little thunderclap sounds from prestidigitation
Mm-hmm.
periodically like coming up. Um, she feels like you said, like she feels like loose and like she kind of like set something loose within her and like had these realizations, but she also like is really not about these monks in this area, even though they like helped activate this like
Mm-hmm.
revelation. I say monk, she's not about immense. Like she's not like, oh, thank you for teaching me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? um, so I think she is just going to like wordlessly storm out in a direction.
Okay. Where do you go?
I think she would probably not want to be around people, so like maybe towards the mountain side of things. Like maybe not like actively climbing a mountain, but like if there's like a woods perimeter or something like that that she can get like lost in a little bit.
Yeah, I'll say you leave the monastery and then enter the woods, and yeah, you wander a bit. Give me like a survival check.
That one.
Yeah, you get lost.
Sick. Perfect. It's brooding.
I'll say
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
find a little pond with a little creek kind of flowing into it. It makes a very quiet, like water flowing sound.
Mm. She's gonna like without hesitation like walk into it and just like slowly like melt
Mm-hmm.
into the water and become part of it.
Mm-hmm.
She's chilling inside the water as like she's kind of mixed herself with it, like she's like one with this pond.
Give me a perception check. On a 17, it's very relaxing. You close your eyes and all you hear is like the flowing of the water. You hear some frogs, some crickets, some birds like chirping in the distance as the sun sets. And there's this low pulsing that you can hear kind of reverberating throughout the water. You couldn't hear it when your ears were above water, but it's just like boom, 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 boom. And it's just going. It's very rhythmic. It's very comforting.
Mm. She I guess would like kind of like so I feel she's not like her eyes are almost like unfocused if you can picture like she's just like experiencing like the water, but she's gonna kind of like snap in and try and like look around and see what she sees.
Are you like sitting up out of the water, or are you like looking in the water?
I picture it's like so she's gone from like almost like an outsider would look like
Mhm.
and not to like I don't want to make this like bullshit mechanics like she turns invisible because she doesn't have that
Mhm.
ability, but it's like she's almost like completely one with the water to where she
Mhm.
forms like a water like a darker colored like outline of herself
Mhm.
or whatever, but she's still kind of like see through.
Right.
And and then her head just kind of like sticks up out of the water.
You look around. It's getting dark. The woods are peaceful. You do not hear the drumming sound when your ears come out of the water.
Okay, in that case, she's gonna look deeper into the water and see if she can see anything like underwater.
You look
Or
down.
her head goes back in the water.
Yeah, you look down, and this pond is a lot deeper than you expected. It seems to go down, and there appears to be a cavern that like the water kind of flows out from. This is almost like a spring, but not quite. If that makes sense.
Mm.
Like there, not only is there a creek feeding into this, but that creek is not enough to keep this this pond like in existence. There's another source, and it seems to be like a subterranean tunnel.
I think she'll go down. Yeah.
Can you breathe in water?
I'm pretty sure I can, but let me fucking find out.
Let's see. Water genasi. Amphibious. You can breathe in. You can breathe in water. Awesome. Yeah.
Thank God. I was pretty sure I could, but yeah, that's good. Okay. And I have like a swimming speed that's equal to my like walking speed. So.
And do you have dark vision?
I don't have dark vision.
Okay. So it gets very dark really fast as you go down into this tunnel. Luckily, you have no risk of drowning. It takes you a while to navigate down this tunnel because it's dark. You keep kind of bumping your head. Kind of reminds you of the headbutt you just did. But you eventually like surface in a cave. It is dimly lit as there's like bioluminescent moss on the walls of the cave, but in here it is very quiet. You just hear like the echoes of the water that you're disturbing and like the occasional like drips of water from stalactites, whichever one.
Stalagmites might reach the top. Stalactites hold on tightly to the roof. So
Tights.
stalactites are on the top, and stalagmites are there.
Stalactites. I'm glad that you remember that because I do not.
I just like blacked out.
I'm glad that you remember that. But you just hear the occasional like drips of water. This cave is pretty dark, but this cave does continue like further into the mountain. It looks like.
She's kind of like dreamy wandering, but she's a little bit on guard for danger. Like she doesn't have a lot of resources left. So she
give me a perception check.
Not been rolling great. 13.
On a 13, you hear a voice further down the tunnel, and you hear like metallic clanking, but you can't quite tell what exactly it is. But you can tell someone else is down there with you.
I mean, I think she freezes up at metallic clanking because it's like Oak face broke. But then she's like, but also like a lot of people clank metallically, so she snaps out of it. But that's her initial like. Can she stealth as she continues to go forward?
Yeah, give me stealth.
I almost want to base how close I go on how stealthy I am.
12. So, like, you can hear yourself. Is all I'll say.
Okay.
You're not as quiet as you would like, but your wet shoes combined with the wet rock are making some louder than you would like noises.
Okay. But I can hear the clanking in the distance, right?
Yeah, and it's getting closer as you're moving closer.
I almost want to let it approach me because if I need to escape, I'm going to have a better shot like with the water behind me.
As you're sneaking closer, you kind of pause, and this clanking isn't getting any closer. If anything, it sounds like it's stationary. You hear like the clatter. It's more clear now that you're closer, but you hear like the clatter of tools, scraping of a tool on metal. You hear like wrenching, tightening bolts and stuff like that. And the voice.
There's a voice?
Yeah, there's a voice. It's someone muttering to themselves. You can't tell if it's a child or a woman, but they're kind of like either muttering to themselves or someone nearby them.
I hear a woman and I relax because I hate all men. So then, I think she's just kind of vibing. She kind of assumes like they must hear her by now, rather than approach all the way. Even though it seems like it would probably be fine. Like she's just gonna chill and like pluck out like a little tune while she like wait just to see whether they approach her or not. But if they don't seem to like even give a shit about her at all, then she'll just like
Wait, you play your instrument?
She'll probably eventually get it. Yeah, she just like. Oh shit.
Give me a performance check real quick.
Okay. Only a
On a
10. I'm not doing
10,
great on rolls today, huh?
as soon as you start playing your instrument, the clanking, like the metal tool sounds stop, and the person like you hear them like shut up real fast, and then suddenly you hear
Okay,
one,
so they
2, 3 pairs of shuffling footsteps heading your direction. They don't sound like they're walking. They sound like they're limping.
Who goes there? We're gonna make an intimidation check.
Sure.
Is that intimidating to sound like a ghost?
No. But
Okay,
try
never mind, then I
anyway.
won't.
But try
Okay.
anyway.
21. 21.
On a 21, you hear like whoever it is kind of like whimper. But the 3 shuffling footsteps turn the corner and you see like 3 like rotting corpses kind of like turn the corner. One of them says, "Who are you? Why are you here?"
I'm just a wanderer. Who are you? Why are you here?
"My name's Dave."
That's cool. My name's Flo.
"Hi, Flo. We're gonna have to take you in now.
For what?
Please come with us."
I don't want to.
"Why not?"
Well, what do you guys want to take me in for?
"Well, we don't know
It's
why
a
you're
little
sneaking
sudden.
around."
Oh, I'm just vibing. I can leave if I'm
"Okay, can you leave?"
okay. Is it that easy? She just turns around.
Yeah, and
Just
then
like gets up.
the zombies turn around and go back. And you can say, "Yeah, it was just some weird lady."
I'm the weird one. I think to myself. Sorry, that's really funny. It's just like the idea of like a better D&D character would have fucking figured out what the fuck was going on and was just like
As soon as they report
sorry, I'm
back to
not
whoever is there, you hear the tools like kind of like resume.
mm, okay. I mean, yeah, oh, that's so weird. That's really funny. She just the fact that they went back to work so quickly has her like a little curious, but she doesn't want to push her luck because if they
I
do
mean,
start to like
you can
try
give me
peeking on
insight.
her, like she doesn't. Yeah. Okay. That's a 22.
They seemed nice enough. I mean, if they were hungry zombies, they would have gone after you immediately. And you've never heard of zombies talking.
True. Yeah, like, she definitely got. She was definitely taken aback, but then was very comforted when they started talking.
I like to imagine you're walking like a couple hundred yards and you're like stopped. Wait a minute.
Yeah, can we make that it? She swims
Wait
like
a
all the
minute.
way out. And
Zombies don't
she's
talk.
like, I'm gonna find another pond, and then she's like, well, hold on a second. And she like, she goes back, and pokes her head around. She says, "Hey, hello, it's me again. I come in peace. I mean, she doesn't go around the corner or anything. She's like in the tunnel to the cave. She's like, I come in peace. I mean no harm. I was just really curious about you all. If you wanted to hang out, but I just wanted to make sure, like, if you really do want me to leave and get out of here, then I will. But I was just curious. I would love to talk if you guys wanted to talk.
Um,
Because you guys seem really interesting.
as you turn the corner, you see like there's a good like half dozen similar looking zombies just kind of like working on different machinery. Uh, and this machinery appears like it looks like it like goes into the stone. Like it's a very large structure, like a good couple dozen like yards in height. And it's cylindrical. If you want to roll me Arcana, we'll see if she can figure out. Roll me with advantage, actually. Roll me with advantage.
Okay.
You might be able to tell what this is.
Oh my god, I got a 6 and a 2. That's a 6.
No, you have no idea what the hell this thing is, but it's cylindrical.
Cylinder. I remember learning that shit. It's yeah, it's gonna be the radius times pi squared, and then you're gonna multiply that by the.
As you approach, the zombies all like kind of like shuffle towards you. It's like, how'd you get in here? I don't remember there being a door over there.
Oh, I'm made of water and can go through water.
That
And
makes
there's water.
sense. Yeah, that adds up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tech, we got someone here. Yeah, I don't recognize this person, but I'm new here. And out from behind the machinery, there's a small. Hold on. Oh, what is he? I wrote.
At last, I meet the
Oh, wait.
legendary Tech.
So
spoken of.
from behind the machinery, first thing you see is two little rounded ears pop up from the side of the whatever machinery he's working on. I don't even know. I don't know, and I don't care. And then it's little two rounded black ears, and then a fuzzy rounded head, black beady eyes, very cute nose, black and white fur all over. He's got a pair of goggles strapped to his forehead. He's about 2 feet tall. And he walks out. He's a little panda person, dressed in emerald safari clothes, cargo shorts, and he's got big magnifying goggles that he takes off of his forehead and puts on his eyes.
All Hi. About this guy. Flo is immediately about this guy. Sorry, I'll allow him to speak. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello, you're Tech?
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Do I know you?
You know me?
Do I know you? I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
No. I was brought here by Chelsea.
Oh.
But I don't know if we're fighting or not. I definitely stormed off.
Oh, nobody ever fights with Aunt Chelsea. She's super nice.
Yeah, and I'm super fucked up, but I mean,
what's that word?
There's a lot wrong with
I know a lot of words, but that's a new one.
Oh, it's really useful. I actually would say it's my favorite word, both in and out of character.
Cool. My favorite word is circle.
That's adorable. Yeah, no, so I would maybe not tell. I mean, if you want to tell her I'm down here, I guess it's fine. But like,
she probably already knows.
Really?
Yeah.
How powerful is she?
No, Meow likes to tattle on people.
Meow?
Yeah.
Who's Meow?
Have you seen his tower?
Oh, tower guy?
Yeah, he and B like to watch people.
Creepy. Okay, so can they watch me even down here?
Yeah, they tattletale a lot.
Dang, that's hey. This new word that I'd like you to use, fuck. I would say that is fucked up. So that's another way that you can use that word.
Fuck.
Her eyes are like gleaming. She's like, this is the greatest moment. She's like, yes, fuck.
Fuck.
She's like, she holds herself back. She's like,
one of the zombies says, I don't think you should be teaching him that word.
Listen. It's I have my way. Okay, so yeah, I mean, listen, like, I think I've probably had my fill of this place. I'm real curious about. Well, I'm moderately curious about what's going on here. If you're gonna start explaining how machines work, I'm probably gonna get a little bit bored. But like, I'd love to know what this is for, because I mean, you guys seem like you're working super hard.
Yeah, we are working hard.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I was just, I don't know. I probably need to get out of here.
Are you okay?
Do you know if there's like a? Am I okay?
You need a snack? He waddles up to you and gives you a granola bar. This is for later, but you can have it.
Tech, I can't take your granola bar. That's for later. Hold on.
You can. I can always get another.
She's like, granola bars don't grow on trees, my guy. She's gonna rummage through her bag and pull out some Supernova Cola, which at this time does not have any drugs in it, but does have caffeine in it. And is gonna be like, here, tit for tat.
What does that mean?
It means I give you something and you give me something, and we're square. We're even.
We're not squares.
No, we're fucking fun and cool.
Fuck.
And she, hey, I'm gonna teach you a new usage. Fuck yeah. And she hands him the can.
Fuck you. Grabs the can.
I love this dude. She takes the granola bar and like chomps it down.
Yeah, he struggles to open the can with his grubby little fingers. But he manages to get it open and drinks it. Ugh, gross. I don't like this. Take it back. He hands it to you.
She takes it back. She's like, "Well, more for me." And then she says, "Okay, yeah, but yeah, I appreciate that. I probably need to get back to wherever I came from now, cause
Okay, bye.
oh, well, I was gonna ask if you knew a way, cause you seem pretty smart and like
Uh,
knowledgeable about this place."
you take the stairs, or you come where you came from.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be tough. Oh, I guess while I got you on the horn, do you know how old Chelsea is?
I'm 10. He holds up 10 fingers.
She beams. She's like, "You are so precious. Have you ever seen Chelsea like with someone romantically before?"
I don't know what that word is.
You don't need to learn that one. It's useless.
Cool.
So,
Weren't you going
okay.
somewhere?
Yeah, I'll get out of here. I'm really trying to. I don't think there's any other information I can grill out of you. Okay, well, I mean, have fun. Take care. She's gonna like leave the soda can down. She's like, if you ever want to give this another try, like I think it could change your life. So I'm just gonna leave it here. She's gonna take out like another unopened one, just like Libby's like, just in case, no pressure, or you
Cool.
can like give it to someone else.
Dave, you
I'm
want it?
gonna get out of here.
Hell yeah, I want it. Downs both cans.
Yo, Dave, you like Supernova Cola?
Oh, it was all the rage when I was alive.
Wow, what did you die of?
Old age.
That's metal.
It was
as
very
hell.
peaceful. Got to die next to my family.
Wow.
Now we
And
get to
then-
see
and
them
then
on the
what-
weekends. Pretty
what?
nice.
Your
Good deal.
family's alive?
Yeah.
So what brought you to this whole situation? Sorry, I'm super into Dave now. Tech, you can go back to work if you want to.
Okay, bye. He goes back to work.
Bye. Love. She's like, yeah. Okay, so like, what? Like, why did you? Like, what happened? Why'd you?
See, when we were about to die, I think it was like a year before I died, me Rao came to town. Chelsea brought them in. Apparently, he was kicked out of a lot of places and came here. He had a bunch of assigned contracts, saying that, yeah, if we die, we can come back. And yeah, here I am. Now I get to see my family on the weekends. Get to see the kids
Whoa.
grow up. Pretty
Wow.
nice.
So
All I
you're
have
like-
to all I
you're,
have
like,
to do is
into this.
all I have to do is just work the fields or come down, help Tech out. But Tech knows a lot about machines, so I don't really have to do much. But yep, it's pretty good. We don't get tired. It's pretty great.
Whoa, for real?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know how old you were when you passed away, but like I'm in the later half of my 20s
I was
right now, and, like,
83.
jeez, like I imagine like later half of your 20s, you must think I'm still like full of beans, but I'm
You're a
starting to
baby.
feel it. Like I feel like I'm turning a corner.
No, you're a baby.
Yeah, scary stuff. So I would love to. Wow, that's cool, man. What are you guys like into? I guess just your families.
Yeah, I think most of us have families.
Yeah, man. She's like, well, yeah. Do you know how old Chelsea is?
I never asked. Actually, weird. She was here before I
vibe?
got here.
Oh, before you even got here. How old were you when you got here?
0. I was born here.
Whoa.
So she's got to be at least 84.
At least 84. And has she had like a lot of like paramours over the years, like
What the fuck does that mean?
lovers?
I don't know. I don't pry into other people's business.
Okay, you haven't seen her with like her arm around someone's waist, like
Nah. I also didn't really look. She was always like a
Yeah, I
mom
guess
to
that's pretty
us.
respectful. Yeah. I wouldn't want to know that about my mom. Well, I mean, this has been good. Do you know if I can get back without her, or if I'm gonna have to talk to her again?
I mean, you should probably talk to her if she brought you here.
I feel like a fucked up. Can I be real with you, Dave?
By the way, all the other zombies have gone back to work. Dave looks really uncomfortable here. He's like, yeah, sure. I've been around a while.
She's like, she feels like Dave like gets her. She's like, I feel like I fucked up really bad just now in terms of like I got real mad and yeah, they were trying to have a whole revelation and like I don't know if me and Chelsea are like right for each other, you know, but I feel like she maybe brought here because she thought she could like fix me and make me her like her lover. But I feel like I should probably go home to my to my brother and my favorite little stooge. So I should probably talk to her,
Hey,
but like
it's not nice to call a pet a stooge. Pets are part of the family.
oh no, he's no, he's a full human being. I just like to
Oh, that's even worse then.
a stooge is like a job, it's like a role. I've been a stooge at times, and I would not have taken offense to being called a stooge. Okay, fine. I won't call it. Okay, my friend.
See, that's better.
She gives like a look of like liberals. Yeah. She's like, I don't know. What do you think I should do, Dave?
It's very rare for
You ever fight
Chelsea
with
to
your
get.
lover, Dave?
It's very rare for Chelsea to get mad at anyone. But yeah, me and the missus used to have a lot of fights, but we got over it. We made it work.
What's your? Do you have any like tricks?
Get her something to eat.
I look at my half-eaten granola bar.
Not that.
Okay, I'll forage. Hey, thanks for the talk, Dave. You are something else.
Thanks.
That's a compliment for sure. Cool. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a good one. Say hi to the missus.
Oh no, she didn't get revived with me.
Fuck. I'm sorry. Well, say hi to the children or grandchildren. You know.
Will do.
Yeah. All right. Catch you later, Dave. Just gonna walk out.
Cool.
The way she came, like through the water.
Okay. So you come back up through the water. You surface and you see Chelsea just standing under a tree near the water. I'll say that she's like reaching up into the branches and there's like a bunch of birds. One of them kind of lands on her finger. Very Disney princess like.
Is she Disney princessing right now?
Very, very much Disney princessing.
God damn it. That should have been me.
Not her, me.
Not her. Yeah, you see, I'm like rising out and then just kind of like almost like flinch and like keep back down in the water. She's not looking at me. She's looking at bird.
No, she's not looking at you.
Okay, cool. I'm really like hesitating and sweating. I'm gonna make an insight check.
Sure. What are you trying to figure out?
Because I want to know whether she would prefer a half-eaten granola bar or a cabbage.
A half-eaten granola bar is soaked right now.
I didn't wrap it up. Yeah, I mean, okay.
You went underwater.
I guess I was probably not thinking that I was gonna hand it to her.
I
thought I was gonna go forage.
Yeah, you would have thought that other foods was better anyway.
Do I see any like fruits within reach? If I can't literally see it from the pond before I leave it, then I'm not even gonna bother.
Your passive perception. Passive perception, you can see onions growing by the pond. Just wild onions.
On a 21 insight, would she prefer raw onion or raw cabbage?
Where the fuck are you getting cabbage from?
I have a cabbage. It's for one of our schemes.
What?
Yeah, it's for the Mary and Joseph.
I
have
on a 21
I have a bunch of items related to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a 21, cabbage is tasteless by itself. Onion has flavor, even if it is raw. Cabbage is bigger, but there are also more onions in the area. On a 21,
would you prefer a song or an onion?
Considering how she blushed at your shitty song in the Feywild, you think that a song might be the way.
All right.
So fuck Dave's advice.
Song, here we come. Yeah, fuck Dave. He doesn't know shit. He's not a lesbian. He doesn't get us. I'm gonna like rise from the water, like you can hand just like just playing random chords until she looks over.
She dramatically looks over to you. She's got birds on like her shoulders now and in her hair.
I'm just like, what's going on?
Hi.
So
I'm sorry
I've
for
been
putting immense up to
thinking,
that.
what?
I'm sorry. I didn't know he would be like that.
Putting him up to? Huh?
I told him that Big was not having the best time getting through to you, and he said he could do better. I told him to go for it, and I didn't think that he would be like that.
I want to go home. Can you take me home? Or not home, to back to I just want to see my brother.
Sure.
She like, I feel like she went from this like kind of like slightly confident, slightly anxious of like I'm about to like apologize kind of, to just like her just like hardening like expression, just like not happy. Yeah, because that's new info to her. Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
The sun is setting at this point. I guess you two travel back to the village in silence. Would you prefer to travel at night, or would you rather sleep?
So I guess that's kind of asking like, would I get a long rest type of
If you travel now, you
question?
would not get a long rest.
Yeah. And then, do I have any sense of, obviously we've been not super talkative, but like, do I have any sense of like if she's gonna deposit me directly with Guyrel and Charlie, or she's just gonna bring me back to where I
You have
was?
no idea.
That's tough. Does Chelsea say anything in the does Chelsea propose anything from her end of like it's dangerous to travel at night, or
No, she's
like
being
we should
judging from
yeah.
the info you gave her about liking being left alone. She is not pressing anything with you.
Yeah. I kind of figured that, but I was making sure. Yeah. I think
Give me insight.
they walk a little ways. Okay, yeah, sure. 9.
Yep, she's just quiet.
Yeah, they walk a little ways to like, cause I assume it takes a little bit of time to get like in the direction of the
Yeah,
portal, right? Like from where they were. Yeah, so like after walking for a little while, I think Flo's like kind of instinctive like anger kind of like falters a little bit, and she's just like, "Shh, I don't want to get eaten by a baboon dog, and I am exhausted. So I think I should find somewhere to sleep here. I would appreciate if you could take me back in the morning, maybe."
if that is what you wish. I want to help you, but I won't force you to stay here. I believe that you can be a force for good. I can feel it, but if that is what you wish, I will take you back.
Do you want me to stay here? And do what? Like,
Be a part of the community. Most of the people here come from families or people who were lost or in need, and we happened to find them and we brought them back. And many of them chose to stay. And now we have many generations of former travelers, former criminals, all who work together in a community. We're a family. But I understand that you got off on the wrong foot with immense. Again, I apologize for putting him up to it. I should have seen it coming, given his attitude. That is my fault.
She like looks very downcast. Weather pun, and she says, um, what about like everyone else on Earth?
Unfortunately, there are those that would seek to either exploit or take from us what little we have. We have enough to sustain a lot of people, but we can't sustain everyone as much as I would love to. I've been growing more and more plant life and greenery beyond our mountain range here, but I can never seem to extend it beyond this continent.
So what would that mean about my brother?
He's welcome here too. Everyone is.
The kid?
Yes. But we can't take in everyone on the planet. If you happen to find us, or if we find you, we will take you in if we think that you would be a good fit here. But if we were to advertise our haven, say that the roost was open for everyone to travel to, everything we've worked so hard to build, to cultivate, to keep safe would. She kind of like fades off there. It wouldn't be safe. Not anymore.
So am I a lost, aimless soul to you? Like,
What I saw you do at the camp was beautiful. You healed individuals that you did not know. That's something that not everyone would do. You weren't a medic. You weren't with that rebel group. Yet you went to the medical tent to help. I, much like my brother, and Big and Immense, sense much darkness in your soul, but that act of kindness made me think it'd be more. Against my brother's advice and against Big and Immense's advice, I still believe. But if you agree with them, then I won't make you stay.
I don't agree with any of you. I'm enough.
I can take you back in the morning.
I I have a place where I fit, and I have a family, and I have a purpose, and I have a role that I need to fill.
The
I
silence
don't.
is telling.
Yeah. I don't like being lied to.
I apologize. Give me insight.
Mm.
On a 22, you can tell she's taking accountability for Immense's actions, and she is telling you the truth that she thought that he would be helpful, but she put too much trust in him and his personality made it a non-starter. But she is still taking the blame for it.
I think Flo more feels like, I guess, yeah, maybe you can answer this on 22. I think the thing that she's upset about is the idea that like he was being intentionally provocative to like for purposes of her growth, whereas like she feels like the way like what happened and like the way that it went was because she felt like it was spontaneous and he wasn't there to help her, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like because it felt like he was literally just there to hurt her. She felt like
Mm.
that was what prompted the growth, and the idea that it was all like a test and a setup and like planned, like I think is like very. She feels very like manipulated and deceived by that. But I mean, if maybe on a 22 insight, it's not like that, and it's more what Chelsea's saying is more that like she's trying to like cover for his actions. Because it sounds like he was legitimately being fucking
He is an asshole.
an asshole.
He is an
Yeah,
asshole.
like that
You can tell
that
that much.
that seems pretty fucking unambiguous, but yeah. But, like, the idea of, like, deceiving her for the greater good, she's, like, not feeling, I
Mm.
guess, but yeah, I don't know how yeah, if she
Mhm.
gets any better read on that.
In that situation, yes, he was being a genuine asshole. And on a 22, you know that he was doing it for his own enjoyment and also to prove Big wrong.
In that, prove him wrong that Flo had potential.
That Flo had potential that 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 immense can't teach. You know, there's a whole swath of stuff that he had to prove.
How do I feel about when Flo said like she's like enough and she doesn't need to change and she has her role out there? Like what?
Mm-hmm.
How Chelsea feels about that?
On a
Or
22,
yeah,
you can tell that
if I need
she.
to roll another, I
When you said that, it was
can.
very definitive, and you see that she has conceded.
Does she seem like she has any remorse, or does she just seem like disappointed? I guess.
She has remorse in the fact that she is afraid that she may make a mistake again with bringing the wrong people back. And that's why she's not fighting to keep you stay, to make you stay. Like she feels that she has chosen wrong again.
So in that sense, do I feel like I'm getting a disappointment vibe, or
In herself, if anything.
Yeah, Flo just says like, you're not a bad person, but I'm not what you're looking for. I guess we can meet here at dawn. And she's gonna head off into the woods to try and construct a shelter.
There's an open cabin on the east side of town.
Flo is going to. Shit. Okay, I know she's supposed to be enlightened right now. She's gonna be really petty for this. There's gonna be layers of how petty she's about
Okay.
to be. She's going to walk in the direction of the cabin because she wants Chelsea to think that she's going to sleep in the cabin.
Okay.
But then she's going to try and forage and make her own shelter because she doesn't want to sleep in this cabin. She wants to survive by herself without the help of the people.
Okay. Give me a deception.
But then, okay, yeah, yeah. But then if she fails, she probably will sleep in the cabin. That's an 18.
Yeah. You succeed. You walk off.
Okay. Should I do like a survival?
Yes.
17.
All right. On a survival check, you walk eastward, beyond the cabins, beyond the fields, where even though it is pitch black nighttime, there are still like workers tending the fields. And
Are they zombies, by the way?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
They don't get tired. They get to see their families on the weekend, so.
That's so the family of the weekend thing is so fucking funny to me.
What?
Sorry, I love it.
That's how you should treat your undead workers. They get benefits, you know?
Get to see their families on the weekend. That's all they want.
You then go beyond that into the woods at the base of one of the mountains. And on a 17 survival, you are able to construct a pretty rudimentary shelter. You are experienced with wandering and traveling, often away from your ship, much like this, and you know the basics of building a shelter.
Yeah. This is she's used to this kind of thing, so she kind of has like her, like, she's like the fucking Winter Soldier in Wakanda. Like she's just like she's in like in her own little like thing in the corner with a little campfire, like just kind of yeah, and yeah, spends the night by herself.
Okay, roll me perception real quick. On a 9, you begin to fall asleep to the warmth of the fire, and then all of a sudden the fire gets extinguished. And even though the Antarctica was warm during the day, it has gotten cold rather fast. Not icy cold, but like an uncomfortable chilly.
I'm gonna see if I can find some more fucking leaves.
Okay.
To drape over.
You sit up and look at the fire, and you were expecting to see like embers, right? Some like sign of a dying fire. Instead, everything from the fire pit is gone. It is ash.
Oh, I'm awake now. Hello, what's going
on? In the distance, you see a small blue flame kind of like swinging back and forth, and it seems to be approaching.
Wait, no, that was hold on. I was gonna talk about this shit. Fuck. Okay. That's Flo's level of understanding of religion.
Um, as you
That was a dumb joke.
as you stand there muttering to yourself, this flame gets closer, and as you get closer, it illuminates a little more of its surroundings. You see that it is a lantern on a stick. You look around to see who's holding it. You don't see anyone at your height level, but as this flame gets closer, you realize that it's being held by a hooded figure about 3 feet tall.
Tic Tac was 2 feet tall.
Tech Tech was 2 feet tall.
Tic
Yeah.
Tac was 2 feet tall. I'm gonna be like, who goes there?
Mirao goes there.
Oh, you're the tower guy?
Mirao is the one who owns the tower, yes?
Well, Miro, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Why are you here?
Bad decision making. Why are you here?
To see this bad decision making in action.
Oh, you're you're one of those. Well,
He sets the lantern down in the fire pit, and it creates this like little blue bonfire, restoring the heat. You see this hooded figure is again like 3 feet tall, but kind of like roundish. And he sits down. Even though the flame is in front of him, the inside of the hood is still completely engulfed in shadow, and you cannot see inside the hood.
okay, so you wanna just like hear about trauma? Is that why you're here, or
You pissed off Chelsea.
I pissed off Chelsea?
I may be mixing
Like she was
words,
mad?
but you upset her.
Do you know the word fuck?
Yes.
That's awesome. Did you know that Tic Tac didn't know the word fuck?
Tech Tech is 10 years old.
Oh, how old are you?
I am 25.
Oh my god. Wait, do you have a birthday coming up, or did you turn 25 recently?
You can't see inside the hood, but you can see like 2 glowing eyes just kind of narrow at you. These eyes are like a blue, the same color as the flame.
I'm just wondering if we would have been in the same like grade. I've never went to school, but like if we would have been the same grade level.
Mira was busy trying to conquer the world when he was a teenager.
Whoa. Okay. In what capacity?
Undead army.
Undead army? Raoul, what are you doing?
Yeah. It was a bad decision. Pretty bad decision making, if I say so myself.
Gotcha. Well, I guess you've bounced back since then?
Oh no,
Or
I'm
how do you feel
still
about the
evil.
whole
Still very evil.
Ooh. Gotcha. So what's your world domination plan? Where's it at right now? Like
Farming?
you're gonna farm to take over the world?
Oh no, no more taking over the world.
You're
Capitalism.
farming evil capitalist. She looks at him like, oh shit, like I have underestimated this dude. She's
You
like,
see, if I have the zombies do all the farming, everyone in the village does not have a job. I
Oh,
have
God, and then what-
monopolized everything.
and then what happens to them?
They don't have a job.
Do they have like unemployment benefits?
They get food.
Oh, okay.
Food gets divided evenly among everybody, but they don't have a job.
Extremely capitalist. Gotcha. So, so I'm like, okay. So you're just, so you're just getting sick satisfaction out of the fact that you can force the zombies to work infinitely for like basically no compensation.
Oh, they could see their family on the weekends.
Yeah, they can see their family on the weekends, which is great.
But only on the weekends.
You're a fucked up little dude.
I'm evil.
I'm gonna. Do I have a spliff? Can I roll to see if I have any weed?
I'm gonna say you don't.
God damn it! I didn't forage any.
No. No.
Oh man, I really want to toke with this guy. I'm like, oh man, you've got it made. That's awesome.
But
feel
even
you
with
meshed
all
very
of
well
my
here.
evil ways, Chelsea has never been upset with me. What did you do?
Oh, well, I was too much for her to handle.
Tell the truth, please.
Is that not the truth? I look at God.
I've
Hey.
been watching the whole time. That is a lie.
I mean, we got in a fight. Like, she wanted me to like be part of the community or whatever. Like, and that wasn't for me. And I thought, like, she's really pretty. So I was like, maybe I can make
She
the
is
whole
very pretty.
monogamy thing. Yeah, she's. But I was like, maybe I can make the whole monogamy thing work. But it's not feeling it. I was feeling tied down, and like, I, I want to tend to like everything. Like that's my world is like outside of here, So like it's
Sure.
great what you guys got going here, but like I want to like, I like this like broken, corrupted, fucked up earth, and I'm gonna keep living there. So
Ah.
that's me, and my life's goal is to just slowly heal the earth, and I think being here, I reawakened like my purpose is I'm not just accepting what's out there. I actually want to try and change it. And even if I fail, I'm going to fucking do my damnedest to make the world out there a better place.
Well, good luck with that.
Here, they don't need me. They don't need me to make anything better. So
Nope, you won't have a job.
Yeah, exactly. I would not have a job here.
You would just sit at home, hanging out with friends, doing nothing. Until you die.
Yeah, like I know it's disgusting. I'd probably get into like tabletop role playing or some shit like that if I had that much free time. Like Jesus, I've become a
So
complete nerd.
evil.
Yeah, no, you would. I would be destroyed by this place. I'd just how I'd be a fucking dork. I would probably memorize the names of like anime characters. Like, so this place is not for me, and the cottagecore lifestyle as inviting and tempting and it may all be on the outside. Like,
Do you want
I'm
to be
not
evil?
I'm good.
Do you know anybody evil?
Do I know anybody evil? Yeah, I know a lot of evil guys actually.
Can
in
you
my
bring them
network.
here?
Yeah, sure.
The most evil people you know.
For you, for my fucking guy, absolutely, I can bring you some evil people.
Cool, thanks.
He picks up his lantern and starts walking off.
13 deception.
He still says cool thanks and walks off. He takes his fire with him. You're cold again.
Aw, damn.
There's a cabin at the east side of the town.
I know about the cabin. Don't worry, I'm working on something else. I'm trying to light the fire again. God, this is so fun. I love that, dude. Should I make a survival to try and light the fire again, or is it just an autofill?
Give me a survival check, yeah. Takes you a while, but you get the fire going. You're able to finally go back to sleep. I think that's where we'll end it.
Okay. Oh, so Chelsea hasn't brought me back yet? Oh,
no. Not yet.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
All right. Okay. Thank you guys for watching.
Do I get a long rest?
Next session.
Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for coming to my special moment. Goodbye, everybody, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.